Welcome, Lapham crew, friends, fiends, family, phantoms, and friends, new listeners. Thank you so much for joining us this evening on We Are Paradox Media's Late Night in the Rockies. Secure your tinfoil hats, buckle down tight, and hold on loosely as we soar over the rocky tops of the La Platas on a Rocky Mountain high, get sucked into the vortex of the Four Corners, and settle down snugly at mile marker 420 in colorful Colorado. It is Saturday, October 15th, Sunday, October 16th for those of you across the pond and beyond. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you. So I hope you guys have had an awesome weekend so far. Mine was badass. I don't know if you saw my Facebook. I also posted it on Four Corners Paranormal and We Are Paradox Media. I went to return my Sugar Skull costume with all the stuff that goes along with it and traded it in for this Jason sweater. And as I'm sitting there doing my returns, guess who walks through the motherfucking door? It's Michael Myers. And it's funny, I think he just came from the movies because the theater is like a block away from there. So I figured he's like, well, I'm just going to go mosey on down around Spirit of Halloween. But it was pretty epic, and he was in character, and it was super freaking awesome. It just like totally made my night. And then I went and handed out flyers, begging for votes because I'm about to die. Jason Voorhees is going to cut off my head in about a day and 2 hours. So if you want to vote for me, feel free to go to any of our pages, and we got links there. Or you could just go to faceofhorror.org/2022/ Tessa-Thomas-Peterson. Moving right along then. So if you're listening to us live right now, you may be listening to us on Spreaker.com under We Are Paradox Media. You may also find us on KPNL Radio, which you can find on KPNL Radio at kpnl-db.com. We also got picked up by eTalk Radio, and we're live tonight, I believe. I don't know if they're still doing replays or what. But you can find them at etalk.tv/radio. So if you want to listen to us on your free time, whether you're working it or working out, look once more under We Are Paradox Media at Spreaker, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iTunes, iHeartRadio, Castbox, Tumblr, SoundCloud, TuneIn Radio, Deezer, Podcast Addict, Podcast Chaser, Podvine, as well as eTalk Radio. If you would, please do me a favor. Vote. Go over to our YouTube and look us up under We Are Paradox Media. Please follow us, subscribe. Make sure you like any video that you've listened to. Tickle that bell so you get notifications when a new one comes up. And also leave us a comment. Positive, negative, future guests you'd like to have on. It's totally up to you. So tonight I have a treat for all my guys and gals out there. Tonight we will be talking to Mr. Psychic Chris Garcia, and he is a psychic medium, empath, clairvoyant, clairsentient, clairaudient, who also has the ability to see auras and has experience with remote viewing. He has had these God-given gifts since the young age of 5, and Chris loves helping people and sensitive children with their gifts as well. He is a tarot card reader and a ghost hunting and paranormal enthusiast, and he's also a shaman healer and very into his native heritage. Welcome, Chris. Thank you so much for coming onto my show.
You're welcome.
Wasabi.
I'm actually happy that I'm on because the last time I was supposed to be on, a lot of stuff went down. I wasn't feeling it. So, just want to know for everyone that was expecting me on the last show, just want to apologize on my behalf. But I'm doing a lot better. So, just want to say I love you guys. And that's just something I never usually do. But me and Tessa talked about it. And, so we're good.
I know. I always get pee-pee hurt because I'm like, that's my happy time of the month. I'm like, Chris Garcia comes on. That's my brother. But yeah, like, I get it. Life is hard, and I don't know. It feels like there's tons of activity. We're all going through tremendous struggles, and I don't know. It's really hard not to get depressed, it seems. And depression is a very, very real monster under your bed. Um, But yeah, it's really hard to fight, and I struggle with it. I think everybody struggles with just trying to stay out of the hole or at least keep your head above water.
Yeah, and it is hard. And you know what's crazy? I think what I've seen within the past few months, there has been a lot of people that have died to suicide. It's gotten bad to where people are just. I don't know if it's just because of. I don't know if it's the pandemic anymore. I think it's the war and it's everything that people are having more thoughts. And I think it's first it was because of COVID because everybody was closed in, and I think some of us are still going by the rules, wearing our mask, and I still wear my mask. But I think some people just can't take being closed in and isolated, so they start becoming like claustrophobic, and then that's when I guess you could say emotions come out because you can't go out. You're afraid you're gonna get shot, get
Oh
hit
my
by a car,
gosh.
God forbid.
Yeah, my daughter's about to
Mhm.
go to a concert and her dad's freaking out about it. And she's like, I go to school and there's high risk there. So what's the problem? you know?
Yeah, but even though it is hard, even for adults and kids, so it's not just not safe for kids; it's dangerous for the adults too. So all I can do is send prayers to the people out there that go out. Be smart, keep your keep your social distancing still, but just look at your surroundings. And if it doesn't feel right, call your parents. And if your parents don't answer, then call 911. So that's what I have to tell everybody out there, just to be smart and safe, because it is dangerous, very dangerous.
Yeah, and I've gone out the last 2 Fridays to hand out flyers. And I've seen nothing but happy people. There are some sad people that are being kept out of bars. Like I was standing outside of El Rancho most of the night last night, handing out flyers because that's a pretty, central area for Main Street. So I'm like, I'll just stand here and hand out flyers for a while because I already made my way up and down Main and went and stood there and hung out with one of my security guard friends, Casey. We worked security together when we worked security. But yeah, like all the people are so diverse. There's people from town, people from out of town, and everybody's like pretty happy go lucky and everybody's getting along. I don't think I saw one fight. I saw a guy uh not allowed to get into the bar and then he snuck his way in somehow and then got booted right away. Poor guy. And then he went and ate and came back and they still wouldn't let him in. I'm like, he's stable on his feet right now, but I understand. Maybe one drink or whatever will send him over the edge and it'll be an issue anyhow, but he also lived
Yeah,
upstairs
it
from the bar,
is.
so maybe they know something I don't. But I felt bad for him. I was rooting for him.
I
I'm like,
mean,
yeah, let him in. He just ate. Look, he's stable. He's not bouncing off the walls anymore.
but it is to the point where I think it's getting to the point where it is dangerous and it's pathetic, to be honest with you.
It's
I
sad.
can, yeah, I can begin to tell you how depressing that this, it's getting. It really is. It's getting to the point where it's just, it's hard, and we all go through tough times, and all I gotta do is just be street smart and make the right decision, and that's all you can do. Basically, that's all you can do. So
Yeah,
I'm
use your
glad I'm
common
on tonight.
sense and be aware of
Yeah,
your
and I'll go.
surroundings and energies around you. Even in line at
Absolutely.
Walmart, like the other day, I'm sorry.
Go ahead, guys. Go ahead.
In line the other day, we were checking out, and there was two lines, and they were basically the same weight, but one lady was just like, I don't know if she was high on drugs or what, but the energy she was putting off. Me and my daughter are both empathic, and we looked at the line next to us. I'm like, I think we'll move over here because there's less stress. It's a mom and her daughter, but this other lady was just stressing me out hardcore.
Wow. And where was this at though?
Walmart.
Damn. Well, I was gonna say I don't know if you can send me a link test so I can share it out for the people that don't know. I
Yeah, I
would
thought I
give
just saw
them
you share it, but let me I'm just doing that right now.
and send it to the blue one, and then I'll share it out to the other pages. But but besides that, I do feel that keep in mind, people, we are at the very thin veil. We're not that far from Halloween. Be smart because there's a lot of crazy people out there, and even though we're not in Halloween time frame yet, but I think people um, do increasing of banks robbed, stores being robbed because they know that they can buy the mask and they use that as masks. And I've even seen where they even use presidents as being, banks robbed, and you're just like, what is wrong with these people? Like, but it's getting bad, and it seems like every year it's like it's not getting any better. So
Yeah, people are, I don't know, it just seems more and more unsteady, more and more unstable. And like you're talking about people dying from suicide or overdoses or just randomly. And I'm sitting here looking around and taking account of these people around me that are being taken left and right. And I don't know, I just feel like something's about to happen. Um,
yeah,
I I think these really cool, awesome people, like not saying you're not cool and I'm not cool or whatever, but really cool, awesome people that people really look up to and depend on, etc., are being taken. And I don't know if it's like the battle between heaven and hell and everything else that goes on earth in between all that stuff or what. But it's kind of freaking me out.
yeah, yeah. And then, I mean, I'm even to be honest with you, there's times where I try to avoid going out, but it's hard. It really is, and it's like how do you deal with it? I don't know. It just seems like it's just getting, like you said, that it's getting worse. And all I want to say is, to people, please be safe. Um, use your better judgment. Um, and just think street smart if you have to, because it's getting to a point where basically what I can say, it's going to take a lot of common sense. It's basically what I'm saying. It's a lot more common sense that most people have to do. And yeah, so just be aware that just be just be aware of your surrounding people.
And yeah, like you said, be aware, listen to your gut, pick up on your feelings. And as far as it goes, like personally, I don't know, I try to do things that I really enjoy, like dressing up. I've been dressing up a lot for Halloween recently. Chris answered the phone to Jason. Oh, yeah, Jason Voorhees. He's like, what the hell? Isn't that hot? I'm like, yeah, it's hot. I'm gonna take it off. But I mean, do things that you love, things that make you feel silly, because like that puts out those certain endorphins. Or take a walk, get some exercise, get some fresh air. I don't know, it's very important.
Yeah, and it really is tough though. I mean, as being who I am, it really, I guess you can say, it kicks my ass because I feel that pain. I feel what people are going through, and it drives me nuts because it really, it's really sad. And being an empath, I think being as the years go by, it seems like it's getting worse and worse. I don't know about you guys, but for me, I'm like on a roller coaster, and it's like it doesn't stop. It just progresses, and it seems like it's just getting worse and worse. So hopefully things will start slowing down. But like what you said, Tess, I think there is something that's gonna happen. We're just not aware of what. And
I
besides
think,
that,
was it last time we felt like that? COVID hit. I don't know what
yeah,
else happened that we were picking up on too. Like, there's been certain times, whether it's like an upload or a download or whatever the hell you call it, as well as COVID. And I don't know, this war with Russia and Ukraine is really freaking me out because Putin's freaking crazy. He's batshit crazy. And he tends to be a man of his word. I know he lies a lot about shit, but when he says he's going to do something, he does it. And he's been using the N word a lot lately, and I'm talking about nuclear. Like, that ain't cool. And he's trying to use the thing of, well, the United States did it, so I have every right to. No, you don't. Like, we learned
Mm-hmm.
from that. You should have fucking learned from that too. Like, this is serious. This does not just affect Ukraine, it's going to affect all of us. But I guess
Yes.
they got nukes that are smaller now, like more ballistic nukes and stuff like that, which is still crazy.
Oh, that was weird. Right when you said that, something fell.
I heard it. It sounded like a slinky. Do you have a slinky in your room?
I
It
don't
sounded
have
like a
that.
slinky. What was it?
I don't know. That's funny because the last time we did the show, something fell too. So I
It
don't know what's
did.
going on, but
Holy shit.
I've
Now you're
noticed
freaking me
that
out.
because the last time, I think it was you when I was on your show, something fell,
Yeah, something got
and
knocked
like,
down. Like, it sounded like somebody just took and knocked some stuff down. And
yeah,
did we ever figure out what
and
that was too?
honestly, I don't know, but there has been some crazy shit. Just let me tell you, it's been just weird in my room, and I can tell you, I've been smudging my room, but it seems like there is something that I don't know what's going on, but I'm still looking as I'm talking to you. So if something falls, it's just me. But I'm looking for what could have fallen. I don't know what it is because I'm
Do you
still looking
have
as I'm talking.
like those metallic blinds that you can open and close them? Or you can pull them
Uh,
open or close
yes,
them like that? Because
yes.
it sounded like somebody ran their fingers down the blinds or like a slinky
Oh my.
fell. That's what it sounded like.
Well, I do have blinds, but not. I mean, it's the one where you have to push it up. What the hell? You have to push it up to do it, and then like if you push the string, it comes it down. Like in other words, if you want to open it, like if you want the sun to come in, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's
Now
got the little
something
turny
fell.
thing and the pulley thing to up and down.
Yeah, so I'm trying to figure out what the hell fell. And you know what's crazy? I can't figure out what it is.
If you have
I
those
can't
metal
figure it out.
blinds, I think somebody ran their hand down it and their finger caught at the bottom and it hit the wall. That's what it
Well,
sounded like
that's
to me.
now if it's not, then it's the cuckoo.
Cuckoo.
It's that Halloween time.
That's right, boys and girls. It's Halloween time. When we went out
Mm,
last weekend, I was wearing this. Last night, I was skeleton. Um, yeah, people were like, "Oh, is it Halloween already?" I'm like, "Bitch, it's October. It's Halloween all month for me. Let me celebrate." Like,
yeah.
I'm still trying to ignore the Christmas stuff in Walmart. Like, come on, dude. Like, could you do that at the 1st of November, maybe? Because that to me is just not right. Could you just let me enjoy?
Can't hear you.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Oh my God.
Jeez, oh
Yes,
Pete.
guess what? It was reconnecting. You know what's
No,
crazy? Right now it says for connection. This is switched to auto only. Now, get
should get
this.
better, hopefully.
Um, I cannot believe this. Okay, before I called you, I was talking to Johnny.
Hmm.
When me and Johnny talk, we always have that reconnecting issue. Now, that's never happened with you. So,
Oh yeah,
um,
we've had all kinds of issues. We had shows stop. We've had
no, but yes, but no, I'm saying that we've never had the reconnecting issue though.
yeah.
Me and Johnny have that reconnection issue all the time, and she's like, "Babe," and I'm like, "Babe, can't hear you," and I'm like, "Hello," and then like it reconnects and it just drops the call, and I'm like, "Really?" And it's funny because today
The
we were talking about the phones, right?
Fallens? Is that
And
what you said?
yes, yes,
Yeah.
and we were talking about that us psychics have a tendency to drain the shit out of the phone.
Oh yeah.
Like, earlier today, I was at she could hear me. She could really hear me. She's
She's like,
messaging me.
you gotta talk about our
Yeah,
shit on air. No, I'm just kidding.
yeah. No, but she's messaging me. The thing is that we were talking about phones. Like we're on the phone, and I think it was at 84 or something.
Somebody's
And
trying
it
to
was
call.
no, that's her messaging me.
Oh,
And
okay.
then and then we were like on the phone, and I told her, I said, babe, I said the phone is at 84. I didn't even look at how much time that we were on the phone. Get
Mm-hmm.
this, from 84 to we could have been on the phone for at least I think 2 hours, maybe. I could be off, maybe off on the hours. I think it was either 1 or 2 hours. And get this, by the time I looked at the phone, it was at 20%. And I was like, looking at her, and she just looked at me. She goes, "What?" I said, I told her, explain this shit to me. I'm at like 80 something percent. I don't even know how long we've been on the phone, and I'm at fucking 20.
Okay, and I
And then
have to
she,
say really quick, for everyone, generally we take the first 30 minutes to 45 minutes or whatever just to cover certain things to get kind of warmed up on the airwaves. And oh
oh
my
my god.
goodness. Okay, so I was just saying, Brave Sir Robin or anybody else, please don't call in right now. We're trying to get things worked out and our energy is correct because otherwise we're gonna keep having this shit happening. We gotta get over our stuff real quick and then we'll take calls. Okay, please be patient.
No,
Okay,
but like I
continue.
said,
You were talking about
like I
84%.
said, yeah, it was 84%. It was drunk, gone to 20%, right? And then she's like, babe, check this out. She's like looking at her phone and she says, I'll send it to you. Hold on. And I go, what was your percentage? And I think she said 48. From 48, she got to 6% within an hour. And I'm just looking at her like, how does that even happen? Like, like, how does that even happen? We're on the phone and we're both gifted and we just drain the shit out of our phone. It's just, it's weird. Like, I cannot explain that.
So
And
Johnny's telling me that I was cutting out when I was talking about people calling in, but I think that's just because we had just reconnected. Do I sound better now? Testes, testes. 1, 2, 3. Did you guys know Beavis and Butthead is back out on Paramount? They're out with some new
I
episodes of Beavis and Butthead.
cannot
Yeah,
believe
she
what
said
was she said.
it's 40 minutes that it drained. Yeah, that's what I said, baby. I said testes, testes, testes. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, so, but like I said, um, I know that I don't think you can call her, but if you can, it's fine. For Johnny, if you're listening, um, I think the only way you can do it is that you have to have Skype on your phone, and then you have to make an account. But if you don't want to make um, Skype, then I don't know. We can't call you that no other way. I don't think you can. But you know what? Maybe we can give you the number and see maybe you can try to call without maybe having Skype and you
Ooh.
can call through your landline. I don't know if it'll work, but you can try.
I could.
Okay, let's try it.
Let me have my lovely assistant give you that number.
The lovely assistant. The number is 970-335-9596. 970-335-9596. So, yeah. So if she calls, let's see if she actually calls. But just keep a lookout that if she does call, it will be plus, and then it's gonna have the area code. So
Okay. All right, so
I don't
we're
know
like
if
T-minus 2 minutes and counting. Like we have a little over 2 minutes before we start taking calls. So Johnny, call in. Braves to Robin. If you must, call in. Anyone else who just needs to talk, or you feel like you want a reading, or whatever. We're here for you. We gotta have each other's back during these times too, and it's really hard though because I don't know about you, but I feel like extra drained lately.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I've been drained before, but I'm really, really drained, and oh my god, am I gonna sleep good tonight? And guess what? I don't. I don't. And then I'm waking up earlier now too, and I can't go back to sleep, and it's driving me bonkers. I'm probably gonna age like 10 years here within this next year.
Yeah, but hopefully things work out, and it's just so weird. We were actually talking about phones today, so
About what?
hopefully that is about the phones draining and
Oh yeah.
psychics absorbing shit. It's crazy. You know, so, I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see.
Right. So have you been I've been having some really weird dreams lately.
Oh
And even
yes,
Vern's
me too.
brother who just passed away showed up in my dream, and I usually don't see people that soon. Um the one that I saw the soonest was my friend Kat, and that was not in a dream. That was like with my own eyeballs. And then I think
What?
Chrissy was the shortest cuz my mom, no, maybe it was my mom. I'm not sure. It's either my mom or Chrissy, but it usually takes a long time for them to come back and visit because I think they have a lot of stuff to deal with on the other side, different
Mm-hmm.
things they need to take care of. Some people are like, bam, like right back immediately. Some people, it's a couple days. Some people, it's a couple months or a couple years or something. Like, there's different time frames. Have you noticed that?
Yeah. Yep. I mean, it is a different time, but yeah, it is kind of strange because there is a lot of that weird shit. So, but I don't know. To me, I just think, and you know that with this time change, the weather's even changing to where the weather's just we're getting a lot of tsunamis. There's been a lot of rain. There's more hurricanes. So there's a shift in the universe. Big shift.
Yeah, were you guys affected by that? I think they call it a cold snap, where we get like
No.
really, really cold all of a sudden.
Not that I'm aware of.
Hmm. Yeah, it was here it was cold, then it was hot, and then it's cold again.
No, wow.
Yeah, I
When
know
was
that
what is your temperature now there, Taz? What is the
it
temperature where you
says it's 73.2 degrees in here and 72.5 degrees outside. That's weird.
at? Wow.
Celsius is 22.9 inside, 22.5 outside. Is that the opposite? Yeah, okay, so it's hotter in here than out there. Yeah, that makes sense. Never mind. 73.2 outside, 72.5 inside. Sorry.
But I think, but it is weird because I think the veil has gone thin, and not only that, I think it's called the thing. I forgot what you call that thing that's around the Earth. Um,
Oh, holy shit. I
the
almost said
ozone.
solar. Yeah, I almost said solar system. I'm like, no, dumb bitch. It's the ozone layer. You know that thing with the holes in
Yeah,
it?
I think the ozone has gotten thinner too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I think the ozone is it's kind of like more thinner than normal, so it's kind of like yeah.
And there's another name for the band that goes around the earth too. That's the one I was trying to think about. And it's very
What is it?
radioactive.
What is it called though?
I know that's what I was trying to think of. Let me look it up.
Mm, mm, mm,
That's
mm.
the one, not just the ozone layer, but this thing that the spaceship has to configure into its flight path in order to get out. Because there's only like a
Mm-hmm.
hole, and now I think there's maybe two or three, but there used to be like a main hole.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Mm-hmm.
so okay, I'm gonna put radiation. No, the equator goes around the Earth, like as far as like in the middle, Johnny. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, pretty close. This is on the outside of the Earth, not like where the sun's hottest to coolest and stuff like that. This is different. Let me see what it's called. I think it's like Van something's belt, but then I wonder if that's with Mercury. Ugh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, belt around the Earth. Sorry, I lost my words for a second. The Oath. The Oath. This green and blue thing right down here, mostly blue. Van Allen radiation belt. Okay, so I think I was right. Van Allen. Van Halen radiation belt. Anybody? That is so
Yep.
weird. So it's a belt that is a zone of energetic charged particles, most of which originate from the solar wind. The particles are captured by and held around a planet by the planet's magnetic field.
Mm, is that what they call it?
Yeah, the Van Allen belt. Oh, Sandra said it's unusually hot there for fall. Damn it, I lost him. Holy cannoli. What are we gonna do? Now I gotta put my mask back on. This is so weird. Okay, so if you can hear me, then I don't think it's on this end. Weird. Uh-oh. Okay. Hmm. Well, I don't know what to do. I've tried him a couple times and he's not answering. I wonder if his phone is just trying to kill itself. I'm not sure. It could be thinking about sewer slide. Phones are so weird. So, when your phone starts acting funky and it won't take a charge, check that charger port because there's a lot of gross stuff like hair and dust and other things that get in there. All right, I'm going to try to get Chris back again. This is crazy. What the hell? So it says chatted a minute ago, but there is not a light whatsoever there. I'm going to message Johnny really quick. Any word from Chris? Weird. I think his phone, yeah. And I don't know about you guys, so listen back to the show during that one point where it at first sounded like a slinky, and then to me, once I like thought about it, sounded like those blinds that are aluminum, and it sounds like it's like basically at the open stage or maybe a little bit closed. Or I used to put mine pointing up. It depends on what level you live on and stuff to keep you from being seen through your blinds by other people walking around. But it sounded like somebody ran their fingers down the blind, pulled the blind from the wall, and let it slap on there. That's pretty crazy. Do you have fires up there, Sandra? Yes. I'm busy being a grandma, and our grandkids are getting around. These little monsters are looking for trouble. Archer, there was some soda boxes right by the entertainment center at my daughter's house, and he actually climbed on top of those to get to the TV. Okay, so Brave Sir Robin says, I have been talking to a headache specialist. She thinks that he's having tension headaches. He's going to get tension needles put in certain parts in his head in November. Also consider getting like a scalp massage. And that's really nice. I don't know if you've had one of those, but it's very important. You have muscles on your head as well. They're very thin, but hello, Sunny Jim.
Are you on your show?
Yes, I am. What are you doing in here?
And showing you something?
Okay, well, you can't show me something right now, Sunny.
Oh. Okay.
I love you.
Love you too.
Bye.
Bye.
I was getting stress headaches as well. It's been quite a while, but I didn't realize how much this certain person was stressing me out and causing me to have headaches. I didn't realize how much this certain person was Braves, Robin.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
I'm doing good. How you two doing?
Me and the toad in my pocket, we're doing really good. We've lost Chris, and I try to call him back, and it's just not working. So I don't know if his phone decided to die completely or what. But here, let me try to add him again and see what happens. So freaking weird. And Johnny hasn't heard from him either, so he's MIA, missing in action. And there's no light by his name. Holy crap. See what happens. I'm gonna try him again. Hello, Chris. Are you in there? Open the door, Chris. It says unavailable. Holy shnikes. So yeah, that's weird. Johnny's messaging right now. So what have you been up to?
I haven't been up to much really.
Yeah. I was just reading about your tension headaches. So is that the same as stress headaches or what?
I'm not sure if they're the same as stress headaches. I know that I can tell you they're not migraine headaches because I don't usually get migraines.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they haven't been as bad as lately as usual.
Well, that's
So
good.
that's a good thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's like sometimes there's stress in our life and we don't realize how stressful it is until we have things like that happen. Because, like, I know I had my niece living here for a while and I started feeling like this pressure in the back of my head. And then, like you said, it started turning into not like headaches, but migraines. It was really freaking me out. I thought I had a tumor, but it was not a tumor. It was just a stress headache. And they're like, well, maybe you should take breaks from the certain stress in your life. It's like, okay, I will.
So you haven't heard from Chris yet?
No, and Johnny hasn't either, so no. That is so freaking weird. I'm kind of considering taking the music break early. But in the meantime, just in case, like maybe he can hear this, or I don't know, you can repeat it later on. But what's going on? Like, what were you calling in for?
I wasn't sure if Chris was still on or not.
Yeah, like I said, he's not. Chris is not here. He's not answering any messages. One of the messages, hello clairvoyant, was said to be seen, but there was no response, so maybe they saw it like right as the phone was dying or something. I don't know. It's freaking weird. And he was saying earlier he's been having these issues going on where he keeps getting cut off. So I don't know. It makes me wonder, what the hell is this? Spiritual? Is this supernatural? Is this just fucked up phone? Or is the Starlink messing up the other satellites and towers that are doing cell phone service? I have no freaking idea. But my phone and my stuff seems to be okay, but I know it's weird.
Well, what's Starlink?
You know, Elon Musk, that's his internet service. And he actually made it to where Ukraine was getting it for free because Russia was taking down like the telecoms and whatnot, like the phones and everything else. So Elon Musk did his thing. So he was about to shut it down because he's actually losing money and not making money on it. But really, how much money are you losing? So he decided that he was going to keep it going. Right, so Johnny said I should try to call him again. So let's go back over here and try to get Chris on here. Holy shnikes. Yeah, there's still no light by his name, so I don't think we're going to have any luck.
So you think his phone died?
No, I don't think that. I don't know. It could be. Maybe he needs to take a paperclip to that power port. Which when she said that the worker did that, I was like totally freaked out because aren't you afraid of getting shocked sticking a paperclip up in a charging port? Because generally they have like a backup system or whatever. I don't know. It just kind of tripped me out, but I guess if it's like completely dead and it won't take a charge, it should be safe. Yeah, there was like hair for, I think she said it took like 45 minutes or an hour and 45 minutes. I can't remember. I think 45 minutes, but a lot of gross stuff came out of that power port. And she's like, I'm going to keep the $200 that my son gave me, and I'm going to, make him keep that phone. For wasting my time. Yeah, what the heck, dude? It shows that he's on here, but he's not. It's just me and you, kid. Holy shit. Okay, I'm gonna... Let's see what this button does. Just kidding. Yeah. So it shows me, you, and him. When I go to try to add him, it's like he's already here. No, he's not. This is so weird. Maybe I should try the other Chris? I don't even freaking know, Brave Sir Robin. I know you've been looking forward to this forever and barely see ya.
Yeah.
Trying to get this worked out for you. This is so freaking weird. But I'm glad he said, like, this happens other times too, not just with me. So thank goodness, because I'd be feeling kind of guilty right now. Let me try his other one. All right, these dogs.
Does he have another? What, does he have another number?
Well, it's not another number, but he's got two different thingies here. I have no clue. So hey, how's the weather there in Washington? You said it's not too cold. It's been pretty nice. Sandra's saying it's pretty
nice.
hot where she's at.
It's not too hot, but it's smoky here.
Yeah, is there fires nearby? It was crazy. Like, I was like, damn, where's the fire? Because like all of a sudden there was smoke all over the place, and it was actually down in Arizona, like hundreds of miles away from us.
Yeah, there's a forest fire here not too far away from us.
Yep. And that's what Sandra said too. Like the drought is still going on. All right. So let's see. What
I
have?
probably don't live where I don't think I live where Sandra lives. Cause
No,
we don't
you're
have
in
we don't have
Washington, right? And she's up in Canada. But then I always think she's on the west coast of Canada. But is she actually on the right coast? I often think about that,
and
but I just have a feeling she's on the west, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
we don't have a drought here.
I know. Washington has always been really musty, pretty humid.
Yeah. So yeah, because of the is we don't have big forest, but it's kind of 100 miles off. But it was ended up being man made by accident, and so the air quality here where I live is 100 plus, but there's um a place called Dellington, and their air quality there is 400 plus
What? What does that
right
mean?
now. That means it's very smoky where they live.
Yeah, you better stay inside and hide under some wet blankets. What the fuck, dude? 400 plus. So what is the scale? What does it go to and from, or from and to?
I don't know,
Oh my
but
god, now I gotta
it's
Google it.
smoky. But I mean, it's smoky here. But if you go to 400 plus, that is basically it means that it's probably going to be very hard for them to breathe there in Tillington because it's very smoky where they live.
Man.
You
Okay.
know, I was talking about the the Ukraine war with my dad today,
Mm-hmm.
and I was mentioning was what if someone uh took out but but the only problem with doing that is that if someone did do that, then Russia might end up with something worse. It's happened in history
Yeah, good
before.
luck with that. I mean, it could happen. Stranger things have been known to happen, but Putin is off his rocker. He has gone batshit crazy, dude. Like, this guy is nuts. He's nuttier than Squeltheads. What are we gonna do? I don't know. I'm really freaking out right now because I don't trust the guy. I think he's what is it, a narcissistic sociopath or fucking psychopath? I don't know. He is nuttier than squirrel turds.
Yeah, yeah. So if we took out if someone took out him, then we might end up Russia might end up with somebody worse than him.
Mm-hmm. Or somebody way
That's what
better.
happened. But that's what happened with when we took out Saddam Hussein, because
You know,
then uh I can't remember the country he was in at the moment. Iran,
Iraq.
uh, Iraq, because then after he was gone, it got taken by a whole bunch of gangsters.
Well, yeah, but those guys are pretty easy to beat. They're just like, oh, look, this is open, so here, this is what we're going to do. And a lot of people even leave the United States of America and go over there and do that shit. Because, I don't know, it's really hard everywhere you are. Everybody's got hard one way or another. But people are just looking for support and acceptance and family. You can find that through a club or through church or through some sort of organization, or you could be a free radical or some sort of terrorist or whatever. I don't know. I don't think they shoot for being a terrorist, but I think that's how it turns out a lot of times. The ego is so out of check these days. It's crazy.
The only reason why the gangsters didn't come out because Saddam Hussein had kept them under his thumb.
Yeah, they were still doing their shenanigans, like behind his back. Where the heck do you think they came up with it so fast from, They've been doing it all along. He can't keep track of everything, especially when he's got his fingers in our stuff, but I don't know. I didn't feel bad when that happened. I should as a human being, and I do like a smidge because that's a life, but that guy was psycho. It's just weird. Like, so many paths can be taken, so many things could happen, and I don't know. I think the world is pretty insane these days. We're finding out so much, we're losing so much, I don't know, it's like, are we going to fly off kilter and go flinging into the moon or into outer space or whatnot? Or are we just gonna cleanse ourselves and start again? I just feel like I'm still gonna be here because I'm kind of like a cockroach. You just can't get rid of me. Hey, Robin, you want to hear a cool fact?
Sure.
Within the last 24 hours, I've killed 28 mice.
That's cool.
Yeah. So I used to have, okay, so I have PTSD. So mouse traps and general different things like that freak me out. But me and the kids were playing a game the other day. I was like, okay, let's see if you guys can grab this and see if you don't get your finger snapped, which I was just kidding. I wouldn't really do that. But I was like tossing the loaded mouse traps about a foot or two away from them because I don't know, mouse traps freaked me out and they freaked the kids out. But we had the funnest time till Nova was telling us to be quiet. I'm like, hey, we're laughing, we're having fun. Maybe you should come out and join us. But I got over my PTSD of mouse traps and the kids too, so yeah, I once I set them, it was just like stamp, 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 stamp. And when we're talking about weather, that's what brings me to this point is they have started to invade the house very, very early. Like this has been going on for a while. I'm very proud of Kung Pao Kitten. He's been kicking some mouse ass. Um, but yeah, I got him beat now with 27 kills with the Mises to PCs. They all have different expressions when I find them. I should start like a comic
Yeah.
strip or something. I'm like, man, I feel bad for them, but at the same time, I'm just tired of their shit. But I think it's going to be a bad winter. I think that's why everybody's having like such a bad mouse problem this year. Are you guys experiencing that on the West Coast too, or what?
Um. Well, I know my mom has a mouse problem with her car right now.
Oh shit. So yeah, she needs to just throw away her stuff every time she gets out. They're just trying to find a place, like, and that's what scares me. It's never been like this before.
And we always have, and where I live is that there's always going to be rats and mice around because I live where in farm country, so there's always going to be mice and rats around. It's just
Well, yeah, there will always be mice and rats, and when there's a couple, they're kind of cute. But when, there's at least 50 or so, and I've killed almost 2/4 of their population, it's like, it's bad. Like, they keep me up, they stink, they're terrible. But yeah, within 2 days, I've killed almost 30. Kung Pao Kitten, he's trying to keep up, and he's like, where the hell did all the toys go? And I'm like, you need to kill more. And it's funny, like, he'll kill them, then he'll play with them, and then he'll eat them. I'm just glad he doesn't leave them on my pillow, because then I'd be mad. I've heard of that stuff happening. I don't know if you have cats, but I've heard stories.
yeah. So no luck in getting Chris back yet?
Nope. And on that note, brave Sir Robin and anybody else that's still listening to our shenanigans right now as we're trying to figure out where in the fuck in the universe is Psychic Chris Garcia. I don't know. Inquiring minds want to know. So on this music break, we have Camera Bubble from the greater New York area with Cute Panties, Dirty Laundry, Out the Mud. And then we have her with Laundry. Wait, yeah, Cute Panties, Laundry. I Met Natural Born Winner and Out the Mud. And I believe next break we have Griff with Let Freedom Ring. But anywho's, you guys don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this music break.
Yeah. Bubble on that. Yeah. Real cute. Underwear. To be honest, I don't really wear many. I don't even really rock panties. Let me be clear, I'm used to getting a few new big pair each year from my granny. Couple sexy ones that might come off, and I done had way too much. Any a drunk text go out. They come and eat the sweet juicy pie down there. I'ma go that route. But now, nigga, wrong song. I only need a couple of bars to turn you on. That's why I started mentioning that lingerie, but pull her to the studio with some long john. This verse about to take a turn for the worse, and all them cute panties gonna be long gone. Cause the hating niggas that I wrote it for, they ain't afraid of wordplay, that's why they wrote this for. So I'ma drive them wild. Thinking one day they might hit all about my boy shorts, G-strings, slutty thongs, even put them edible pennies on the cover so they wonder how that bubble tastes. You can stay mad, be miserable, old, predictable, maybe not even applicable. But yeah, you typical. Check your mans if it ain't you, cause way too many queens rockin' shades cause they eyes black and blue. Way too many dudes putting hands on the bros. That make you feel like a man. Mishandling a weaker vessel, yeah, you saw. Yo, look, it's way too many dudes only wanna spar. But ain't got no conversation, only wanna gossip when we talk. Why kicks in these grown dudes, I got the broad data like some broad. And why kicks in these dudes, letting these girls fighting on the stopper to record. These little niggas online, the worst part, lame hoes got a squad. And all they do is dislike the females doing interviews with that nigga blog. I be like, come in, big boy, take off them drawers. I just came from shopping, let me slip you into something real soft. Prefer the laces satin or the silk, cause I'm pretty little rose, they gon' hang off your balls. Look at you, sitting pretty, yeah. You the type that rock them cute pennies, yeah. Come here, you cute, yeah. Real cute, you hating on a female, cute, real cute. Why you mad we getting money? Maybe that's why you sag, let them punish out. Oh, by the way, cute pennies, bro, real cute. Grown man, big boss, taking shots from a penthouse love. Talking trash, he making big calls. Yep, then again, that's only till his phone got off. Come again, yeah, his phone got disconnected. But don't worry, he be back online hating in a second. Back at the crib, remember she paid her phone and the rent. Squash a nigga vegetable soft. Now he souped up in my mentions on some vegetable bro. Leaving comment at the comment, you that thirsty, drink vomit. I promise I ain't never seen nobody when had so much time to hate me. Be honest, is you mad at me? Or the fact that I'm grinding? It's a fact that I'm winning, son, I really be shining. Why you pressed on my diamond? You ready to swing on this little bitty girl, so don't tell me I'm lying. Way too many dudes putting hands on the bros. That make you feel like a man. Mishandling a weaker vessel, yeah, you saw. Yo, look, it's way too many dudes only wanna spar. But ain't got no interviews with that nigga blog. I be like, come in, big boy, take them draws. I just came from shopping, let me slip you into something real soft. You prefer the laces satin or the silk, cause I'm pretty little rose, they gon' hang off your balls. Look at you, sitting pretty, yeah. You the type that rock them cute pennies, yeah. Come here, you cute, yeah. Real cute, you hating on a female, cute, real cute. Why you mad we getting money? Maybe that's why you sag, let them punish out. Oh, by the way, cute pennies, bro, real cute. Hit the spin cycle till I come home. The way where I'm at, I'm out here bread winning, so don't hit my phone. Shoulda never gave you treats like that. You got a sweet tooth and won't leave me alone. And every time I try to get some sleep, I wake up cause you doing me wrong. Nigga up under covers, used to fight it, but I love it. Hate it that you got me weak, cause now we ruin all these sheets. Like, who doing laundry? Who doing laundry? Who? You doing laundry? Who doing laundry? You doing laundry? Who? You doing laundry? Ain't playing, think I'm playing. I'ma have you doing them dishes too. Better lick them plates clean, be grateful for this delicious like it dirty. You is so dirty, you like it dirty. Sneaking up under covers. Used to fight it, but I love it. Hate it that you got me weak, cause now we ruin all these sheets. Like, who doing laundry? Who doing laundry? Who doing laundry? Who doing laundry? You doing laundry? Who doing laundry? Sneaking up under covers. Used to fight it, but I love it. Hate it that you got me weak, cause now we ruin all these sheets. Like, who doing laundry? Who doing laundry? Who doing laundry? Who doing laundry? You doing laundry? Who doing laundry? First of all, I was sleeping, and second of all, why you creeping? Third of all up on me, rubbing like conditioner that you be trying to leave it. Relax, love, keep breathing, and I would say keep cleaning, but you like it dirty. You is so dirty. You like it dirty. Sneaking up under covers. Used to fight it, but I love it. Hate it that you got me weak, cause now we ruin all these sheets. Like, who doing laundry? Who doing laundry? Who doing laundry? Who doing laundry? You doing laundry? Who doing laundry? Get up on that washer, hit the spin cycle till I come home. The way where I'm at, I'm out here breadwinning, so don't hit my phone. Should've never gave you treats like that. You got a sweet tooth and won't leave me alone. And every time I try to get some sleep, I wake up cause you doing me wrong. Sneaking up under covers. Used to fight it, but I love it. Hate it that you got me weak, cause now we ruin all these sheets. Like, who doing laundry? Who doing laundry? Who doing laundry? Who doing laundry? You doing laundry? Who doing laundry? Sneaking up under covers. Used to fight it, but I love it. Hate it that you got me weak, cause now we ruin all these sheets. Like, who doing laundry? Who doing laundry? Who doing laundry? Who doing laundry? You doing laundry? Who doing laundry? Sneaking up under covers. Yeah, you like it dirty. You are so dirty. You like it dirty, yeah? Under covers. Yeah, you like it dirty. You are so dirty. You like it dirty, yeah? Hold on. Slide, move to the side, make way for the bubble. Right. Bubble on deck. I said, look. Hard to hear it, what's up? Look, watch out, little homie, watch out. I'm seeing it, loving it, feeling it, breathing it. Saying it, doing it, running it, barely. I'm a natural winner. I'm the one that you invite to meet your parents for dinner, cause I can take a couple L's and I'ma bounce right back. Just so you and all your friends can hit the bounce like that. Cause I'm seeing it, loving it, feeling it, breathing it. Saying it, doing it, running it, barely. I'm a natural winner. I'm the one that you invite to meet your parents for dinner, cause I can take a couple L's and I'ma bounce right back. Just so you and all your friends can hit the bounce like that. Cause I'm your favorite rapper, and I ain't in the suit, but I'm looking dapper. When I ain't in the booth, yeah, I'm still gon' snap it. Homie, you ain't gotta lie, cause it's the truth we after. And I'm without the beef for the clout. I'm the one you shouldn't believe the rumors about. Spitting and giving you brain tumors and Zuma lessons. Moving and a shaker with the flow soon as I pop you toes. If you had any ego or ego, let go. If you had any doubt about me, just know I'm pleasing to the ears and the eyes and the throat. And I ain't giving you no more detail till we talk pillow. I ain't nowhere close to my greatness. I don't do all that boasting, just make hits. Yo, I don't do all that posting, naked pics for likes, and I ain't make this up, I can't fake this. Seeing it, loving it, feeling it, breathing it. Saying it, doing it, running it, barely. I'm a natural winner. I'm the one that you invite to meet your parents for dinner, cause I can take a couple L's and I'ma bounce right back. Just so you and all your friends can hit the bounce like that. Cause I'm seeing it, loving it, feeling it, breathing it. Saying it, doing it, running it, barely. I'm a natural winner. I'm the one that you invite to meet your parents for dinner, cause I can take a couple L's and I'ma bounce right back. Just so you and all your friends can hit the bounce like that. Cause I'm a lover and a fighter and a giver and a pleasure and pain and boss deliver it out. Yeah, I make this look real easy. Everybody hate Chris, but I'ma win like breezy. But I started later on the way to the top and can't stop, so don't push not one button on this elevator. They try to push my buttons to start levitating. Rise above it all, I can tell that you fake when you're shaking my hand, and the smile on your face shows me even you're greeting and meeting and love is hating. I'm actually amazing, but modestly saying I ain't waiting for cosigns or playlists, cause I ain't nowhere close to my greatness. I don't do all that boasting, just make hits. Yo, I don't do all that posting, naked pics for likes, and I ain't make this up, I can't fake this. Seeing Seeing it, loving it, feeling it, breathing it. Saying it, doing it, running it, being lit. I'm a natural born winner. I'm the one that you invite to meet your parents for dinner. Cause I can take a couple L's and I'ma bounce right back. Just so you and all your friends can hit the bounce like that. Cause I'm seeing it, loving it, feeling it, breathing it. Saying it, doing it, running it, being lit. I'm a natural born winner. I'm the one that you invite to meet your parents for dinner. Cause I can take a couple L's and I'ma bounce right back. Just so you and all your friends can hit the bounce like that. Cause I'm the one you gon' call when you're lonely. I'm the new girl on the block you gon' show off to your homies. I'm telling you now we gon' vibe in the booth. How you crave another feature like I'm your sweet tooth. All my people wanna see me shine, but I don't pray for you to fall cause I don't play with karma. When I slide through, it's gon' be bad timing. Like, watch out, little homie, watch out. I'm
here's the scoop. You can still be a slave, you're whipped and looped. That's the truth. Got big houses, nice cars, that's real cute, but that doesn't mean nothing. You ain't free to choose. When I say free to choose, no alarm clock, don't gotta hit the snooze. The world is backwards, I'm so confused. They say freedom of speech, but when you speak your mind, they blow a fuse. Just being honest, common sense and common, it's kind of ironic. My freedom, recently bought it. Now I'm a target if I do the wrong thing or say the wrong thing. Come on, man. Let freedom ring. United States become divided states. The world is filled with all kinds of shades, and still resegregate. Parents separate from the children, that's not okay. We should be free to laugh and play. Do it now, before you pass away. Fight for what's right, enough for everybody to get a piece of the pie. Brainwash, social media, full of lies. Go to work, pay bills, then you die. Need a breakaway, guns, get rid of the AKs. Our ancestors paved way since the slave days, but we still hurting. Carry that burden. Stop playing victim. Beat the system. Love is love. It should be shown. Can't grow unless you leave your comfort zone. This I know. I learned all this from the mentorship. Kids don't know what independent is. Take advantage what your parents did. Go against the grid. You have to. Like going to the bathroom. Learn the right songs. Cause of Matthew. Liberty like statue. They call now the present. Cause it's a gift. It should be cherished. Last name fearless. Not Harris. All thanks to my parents' parents. Now, love the last name every time that I hear it. Cause I know what it represents. Climb the fence. So now I got freedom. Such a beautiful thing. Freedom. Such a wonderful thing. Freedom. Such a beautiful thing. Freedom. Such a wonderful thing.
Welcome back, and thank you so much for hanging out with us on the ledge at We Are Paradox Media's Late Night in the Rockies. It's been a really crazy night tonight. Anything, I don't know, I think it's all electronic and paranormal and or supernatural or whatever you want to call it. I don't know, I feel like something's happening. All right, so we have Brave Sir Robin. Did you guys talk already while I was gone dealing with the kids and stuff, or what?
No,
no, we haven't.
We haven't talked. Okay. It's just this bullshit. It kicked me out.
I know. I agree.
And you know what? It sucks because Skype is attached to Microsoft.
It is. And it's in Spreaker's pocket. They're collaborating. They're working together. And they're working against us. I've been paying for over 6 months for the StreamYard stuff, and I still have not used it. Ever since Periscope went down, I haven't been doing videos like I did. It killed the video star.
That is weird. Like, I don't really get it. I mean, it really kicked me out.
No, and what was really weird is Johnny's like, okay, try it now. And I tried to add you back on, and it just looked like you were already there. So I was like, what the hell?
But I was not on. That's the thing. I was not on.
Yeah,
so
for
I was
real.
like, what the fuck is going on? And then she was asking, like, babe, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I can still hear the show, but I can't get through.
So, let's get off that topic because there's nothing we can do about it now. I'll try to add her again shortly because if she's added me, I can add her. But, okay, so
Yeah, she said.
dreams. Dreams recently have been super strange. I don't know. They've been freaking me out. So, not only has my brother in law been coming and visiting, just different scenarios that are like different from. Remember before we were going through repetitive things and then doing other things and I don't know, just really weird stuff. And then it's like, I don't know, it's on a whole nother scope. Like I'm discovering things in pawn shops. I'm seeing people that are not, no, they're no longer alive. And it generally takes a long time to see those guys. But it's like, oh, well, you passed like 2 weeks ago and here you are in front of my face. Have you been having any of that or like dreams that are like, they're so real, but
Yeah.
it's a different reality?
Yeah, I've had weird dreams, and they've been very profound. She's looking at me on the other phone because she has me on mute, so she can hear, she can see and see me.
She's taken different avenues.
Yeah.
That's my girl. That's my Johnny. Oh, just kidding. Johnny's awesome. I love her. Even before you guys got together, like, I don't know. I think you two were my two favorite people.
Eating, she's eating a subsequent sub. It looked like a Subway.
Ooh.
She's not sharing, Tess. She's not sharing with us.
No, get your own food. If you're hungry, get your own food. I might let you have a bite, but get the fuck off my food. Yeah, I'm like that too. That's my grub. That's my grub. And if you want to stick your fingers in there, you might come back with a nub or two. No, I'm serious about my food.
Yeah, I got your sub.
Pretty soon I
I
won't
can do your
have any
sub.
food. Like, we're going to go, I know, we're going to be living through those crazy ass times we see on TV or movies.
We're gonna be living off of beans and rice.
I know, and my husband and kids hate it, but I love beans and rice. So I'll be like, woot, woot, party time. And then my kids and husband are going to be hating it. They're going to almost starve to death before they take on the beans and rice. But it's so good, especially if you throw a ham hock in there, man. Yeah.
I got your Subway. Take it in the tunnel, baby. Take it in the tunnel.
Hook right in my mouth, or okay? Like put it right in here. It's a very nice place. It's nice and warm. It's a little muggy, but
garage.
it's okay. You won't mind. You won't mind at all, okay? Oh my goodness.
See, but I'm glad that we have that show. We can talk about whatever we want because this show is like, what you call,
fly by the seat of your pants. It's an adventure. Adventure time.
Yeah, so I'm sorry that you fucking hung up, but that shit literally kicked me out, and I said, what the hell's going on?
Yeah, I knew that wasn't you because, like, when I looked at your account, you know how there's a green or an orange or a red light? There was no light at all, my friend. It was all gone. So, yeah, I was just like, nope, something's wrong with his phone. I hope his phone didn't die. If his phone died and it won't come back, I hope he's getting the computer up and running. Because, holy shit.
No, but sorry about that, guys. So, how can I help you, Sir Robin? Sorry about that. So, how can I help you?
Well, I have a couple of questions. So, as you probably know that I live in Washington State. But sometimes I feel like that maybe that sometimes I feel like that maybe that I feel like that I need to have a change. Like I need to move to a different state for a while.
Well, personally, I mean, if you feel like you need to move to a new state, I guess it's because you've been there for a while. So for me, I feel like it doesn't sit right with you. I think you need to move somewhere else, but you just have to just meditate on it, and it will come to you what if there's a tower, you'll know where to move to. I think it'll benefit you. I think it's kind of like something new, and it's kind of like transitioning. So I do feel that there'll be a transition that you're gonna move to. But don't look at it as you can't come back home, because you can. It's just that it's time for a change, and maybe whatever you're supposed to do is not in Washington. Whatever your career or whatever you're into, maybe Washington is not for you. So you need to maybe move up more, either south or west or whatever you're drawn to. But you just gotta trust your heart. Trust your heart. Like for me, talk about moving, right? Well,
I hate moving.
I've always lived in San Antonio. I've always lived in the United States. Yes, I did say that. But you can't always. You can't have your cake and eat it too, because sometimes God has different plans. So wherever you're going to move to is because you're destined to move, not because you wanted to, is where you're guided to, and where you might have more success. So yeah, so I can relate to that. It's something to adjust to, because when you have to move, sometimes we kind of don't like change. But it's hard to adjust to change, and trust me when I tell you, I don't. How can I put it? I'm not that far behind you, so
It's the hardest thing to go through, and I don't know. I realized this at the age of like 16 or 17. Change is a very fucking difficult thing, but do you know what is the only thing that stays the same? Is change. Change is always going to be there, whether it's in your pocket or in your fucking life. It's there. There's nothing you can do about it. You better just collect it and, get your comeuppance.
Okay, this might sound kind of like an odd question, but so after I watched Hocus Pocus 2, for some
still haven't seen it. I need to.
For some strange reason, after I watched that, so Salem, Massachusetts, for some reason just felt like it was just calling my name, and I don't know why.
Well, if you go to Massachusetts, that goes back to the witch trial, so there must be something in Massachusetts or in Salem that's drawing you in.
And I swear to God, I don't know about you, Christopher, but look at Sir Robin's face. And then look at these different pictures. I swear to God, I've seen his face in these different pictures. I think he was in a past life. And then, I don't know, he learned what he learned. And I don't know, I think he realized this person, not Robin, but in the past life, this person, that he did wrong and he went the wrong direction. And I think that's why it's like, why he's having issues right now is because of all the things that he did. And it's not his fault, it's his past life's fault. So, Sir Robin, have you ever done past life regression?
No.
I think you need one.
Oh my gosh, I think you should. I think if you did that, all these medications, all this shit they've been throwing at you and nothing is working, I think I discovered this is what's for you, because you call in all the time with me and Chris. You need to do a past life regression, because once you remember certain things and different paths and different things that happened, that can actually cause things to heal internally, even though like what is happening to you might be subconscious. It's going to come conscious, and like it's like cheep cheep chew. Like those two things cannot live or exist in the same plane, so they're going to destroy themselves, and it's going to be like restart, new game with all the points. I don't know. I'm super excited about that. I think you should do that. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back to when I first started doing this. And there was a lady that was gonna do a past life generation with me on the radio, and I didn't do it because I'm scared of people walking around in my head. I might get hurt, you might get hurt, I don't know. But yeah, I didn't allow it. But she was totally willing to do it over the internet, over the phone, whatever. So that'd be cool to see what happens with that if you can't afford it or if your insurance doesn't cover it.
So, Chris, you're going to say something?
I would say that whatever you're meant to do, you're going to find out what you're supposed to be doing. So, but that's what I see, and I do feel like Salem is probably calling you, and I do feel that's what I would feel like. There's something that you need to, because I feel like that is your home.
Okay.
So there's got to be something that you're going to be doing, and that's probably where you're going to be living. You will come to a time where you're so yeah. There's going to be a time where you're gonna be like, why am I here? But you're gonna be guided to. You're gonna know why later. Just let it come. Let it come just natural, and you'll get the answer. I think you're gonna find out probably anything. I want to say probably by. I don't know why, but I want to say. I keep seeing December for some reason.
Yeah, near the new
I
year.
did see it, so I want to say it's going to be very close to the new year. So you might just go out with a bang, but it's going to go out with a bang with transition and change.
Okay.
So you're going to find out what you're destined to do. And I was going to ask you, are you into poetry?
I think he
Yeah, I love
likes it.
poetry.
Yes.
Okay, well then there's something about poets that I keep seeing. And then there's something about the monk, M-O-N-K. I don't know if there's some kind of religion in your family, but I see a monk. I see you
Yeah, I
dressed up
think
as a
he's been a
monk.
monk. I think he was one of those Quakers or whatever. Like the ones that rolled down. Like I remember his face, like in different clothes and stuff. I know he was a monk. I know he was this. I know he's that. I know Sir Robin lived different lives. I don't know. I think this is the answer. We've been working on this for how many months now? I think I finally got it. I think I finally found the key, Sir Robin. So I'm going to look
Yeah,
up
but
this
here's
lady I had on before because she was willing to do it over the internet, over the phone. So if she could do it for me, I'll be like, can I pass mine on to him? There's a reason I didn't do it. Maybe it's because you need it more than me. So I'm willing to do that. That'd be awesome.
yeah, but here's the interesting part though, is that my family line is kind of interesting on my mom's side. Is that we're a very spiritual family on my mom's side.
Mm-hmm.
And on my mom's side, so and I think it's been passed down down to me.
Mm-hmm.
And because
genetics can be a bitch.
it's been passed down to me, so because I've been able to, I know I've been able to control a few things, and it's usually worked out in my favor.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess I would like to know why that is.
Well, I think there's a connection with spirituality. I think you need to go and explore Salem. Salem is a lot where the witch stuff started. That's one of the areas where it's got a lot of witch history to it. New Orleans is the second state that's got a lot of witch history to it. But Salem is probably calling you for some odd reason. Now, knowing that I don't know too much about the Salem, Massachusetts, but for some reason or another, I am getting the name Salem. So there is probably somebody that was named Salem that lived in Salem, and whoever this is, you're connected to that person in the past. So your past is probably calling you to reconciliate and try to fix what you
Chris,
did and to
did you
correct
hear
it.
what I said about that earlier? I totally
No, I didn't.
saw his face in it was a judge, like it was his face. He was wearing a robe. He was wearing, that Quaker hat or whatever you call it, like the judge hat. He went against the witches, which a lot of those weren't really witches. They just had gifts. They weren't, communing with the devil or anything like that. And talking to you, Robin, right now, I know you're not that sort of person, but I think that was one of your past lives because I keep seeing that vision in my head of you in some black robes and a little black hat. I don't know, it's not like a little cone hat, but it's a different sort of hat. I can't pin it down right now, but I think that was one of your past lives. So I think if I go back on my notebooks, which I keep very direct records, that way I can go back to a certain time and be like, oh, this is who it was, blah, 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 because I can't count on the internet, but I know what I write down is good. So I'll go back and talk to her and be, yeah, I want to see if this could actually help you with what's going on in your life right now. A lot of sicknesses, ailments, etc., that we have in this lifetime are due to our past lives. Do you believe that, Chris?
Yes. Yes, I know that I do have a past life in Salem too. I think in that lifetime I lived and I didn't get busted, so I kind of kept quiet. And I do feel for some reason or another I was in Salem for a while. But I feel that at one time or another. Oh, okay.
I thought
And
I
I did
lost you
feel that
again. I was like, oh my God, I was about to have a
I did
meltdown.
feel I feel
You're
that
still
a
here.
part of that. I think I felt like I didn't want to be in Salem anymore, so I wanted to be more on the down low. So I went to New Orleans, and that's where I changed my identity for protection purposes. So I kind of started a different life, and I just wanted to find myself within.
Mm-hmm.
So I think there's a reason why I didn't stay in Salem too long. I did stay for a while, but that's why I feel that's why I didn't come through. So I think that's probably what you're going to end up doing. I think so. You're going to discover more, but I think you need to go into that direction and see why Salem is calling out to you, because things like that don't come in for no reason. I think there's a reason why you've been called, and you're going to find out why later.
No, I
Okay.
think, yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna, like I said, I got calendars, gonna go back in my calendars, look this chick up, because I know you were listening, Sir Robin. Maybe Chris, you were too, but I know Robert and Sandra and other people were there. And she's like, well, would you like to do it right now? And I was just like, no. No, I'm not comfortable with that because I don't know her. I don't know if I can trust her, even though over the internet and stuff, I could feel like I felt a connection. Like perhaps I
Yeah.
could, but at the same time, I'm like, no, you're going to go in my brain. You're going to knock some lamp off the table, or you're going to mess up the cheese and ham or whatever. Like, I don't know. It really freaked me out.
Yeah. I
It's a
think
different
you'll find out.
place for certain
Yeah.
people, right? It's an extra special
Hmm.
place, like a certain labyrinth.
Yeah, you'll find out what you're meant to do. I do feel that you're gonna find out from within. Okay, I'm hearing noises. So, but anyway, just look into it and do some research, and you'll be surprised. Maybe there's something that will stand out to you, and then you pick what part of Massachusetts you want to go to, and
Okay.
see what you get. And you know what's so crazy? I don't know why, but I keep hearing the word massacre. So there's probably something that you witnessed that you shouldn't have been there, but maybe there's some kind of energy that's calling you in for some healing and maybe help people at the same time.
Okay.
Okay? And hopefully that
All right.
resonates with you.
All right. Thanks.
You're welcome.
You're
Have a good night.
welcome. Good night. Love and light. Brave
Good
Robin.
night.
But yes, I'm gonna
Bye.
look back on my books and I'm gonna contact that chick and I'm gonna be like, you know how you said you do this for me? Can I pass it on to my friend Sir Robin and you can help him? Like, I know I got shit going on, but I've been hashing through my shit pretty good. You know, it takes years and months or, you know, other things sometimes, but I'm on it. I got it going on. But I think if I move that on to Brave Sir Robin because he's having seizures, he's having all kinds of other shit happen to him. I'm not having that. Like, I'm having other shit that is unrelatable, but if I can pass that on to him, and maybe I can be saved, you know? So I want to pass that gift on to him instead of being selfish and taking it for myself and
Yeah.
let it go, let it go. I'm not going to hold it back anymore. I'm just going to let Sir Robin have it. It's going to be awesome.
Yep. And just
Well, I'm so glad you're back, and we have been going on for a while without any interruption. Knock on wood.
I know, right? The chances are limited. So, but no, that makes a lot of sense, and I'm actually glad that I'm back on because that shit kicked me out. And of course, it happens to me, figures. But like I was telling you before, that shit kicked me out. I mean, the phone was just, it's weird how our phone just absorbs so much psychic energy.
Yeah, and I
Weird.
felt bad because, like, I took a song or two and I was talking to everybody. I'm like, well, he's got to come back eventually. I'm like, okay, I can't wait any longer. Gotta go hit the head. I gotta drain the wizard, and I'll be right back. And I came back, and then you're there. You're like, can anybody hear me? Can anybody hear me? And I'm like, thank God. I was so worried, like, what am I gonna do now? Okay, how do I finish the show?
Yeah, but I'm glad that I'm back on, so I'm good.
Nice. So, I believe that brave Sir Robin has left. Do you want to... Okay, so, if anybody wants to call in with a free psychic reading, 970-335-9596, or you can message in through Skype or Spreaker under We Are Paradox Media. Okay, so I do believe I have to scroll up really quick because I just remembered that the champ had a question for you. So let's see what Sir Champ, aka Nicolaus, said just recently. So, nope, that was Brave Sir Robin.
You know what? I can tell you this night has been just weird because I still don't know what the hell that shit was. Something fell, and I'm like,
dude, I'm telling you, I think it was something ran its fingers down the blinds and then took the bottom of it and clapped it against the wall to make it feel or sound like something fell. That's what I keep seeing in my head.
You know,
is
but
like
I've
looked
on the
and then it
side.
clacked
I'm
the bottom of
looking
it.
and there's nothing on the side. So, I mean, I've had some weird shit happen lately, but
I think whatever is there is trying to threaten you, and it's not only done the sound, but now it's done the action of the thing clapping against the wall.
Never mind. I was going to say something.
Oh, say it.
Slapping against the wall. Ooh, that sounds kind of
kinky. Yeah, like that's what happens when bodies start slapping from doing the wild thing.
Smack
wild thing.
come on and smack
Tone
you.
up. Oh, yeah. I don't know. That's what it sounded like. It was like down the blinds, and then the bottom of it, where the wood is, pulling it out and making it clack on the wall. That, because I've been running it through my mind since I heard it. At first I thought it was a slinky. Now I think it's some blinds and a little clacky bottom at the bottom. That's what I'm seeing in my mind's eye.
I don't know.
But I could be wrong.
I don't know what it was, but that shit was weird. Because when I looked, it was like something still looking, even though that shit kicked me out. But I was like, damn. And then I look, and everything from what I see does not look out of place. So I'm kind of something maybe from the back that I'm not aware of. I don't know. Weird. But only Chris, it happens to me. So.
Me too, it's like, instead of having to help people or do different steps we have to do with people that go through this certain shit, I'd rather do it on my own because it's a lot easier to just go through the steps on my own instead of it being blasted out to different people and having to go through several different motions that are the same. I don't know, it's very hard and tiring, and I'm so tired right now, and I can't sleep. I don't know, it's so crazy.
I get bad insomnia. Oh, Lord have mercy. I can't believe I'm about to do this, but I'm actually going to do it on the air. I'm not going to say too much.
Okay.
I was asking a question about me and a special person. Get this. First card, the High Priestess.
Yes, you need to listen to her. She knows what she's talking about, and she's not selfish, but, you have to give her parameters, but at the same time, let her go.
Yeah, and I was looking at the High Priestess. To me, it's kind of, God, they're talking to me. The impression I get with the High Priestess, with me and her, the High Priestess, it's someone that is telling me that you gotta trust yourself, take chances. There's a lot of power and knowledge. And just open yourself up and know that you're always gonna be protected from spirit and physical. Okay. And then
I see that with both of you.
And then Three of Cups comes up and it shows celebration. There's actually a male and female, and then there's someone else there. So there's going to be a toast, which I keep seeing that. And oh my God, I just can't.
You guys are going to get married. That's what that means. What? What? What, man? What? Psychic Chris Garcia, what the fuck? You gonna get married? Okay, oh shit, son! Oh shit!
Look at this, Tess. Look at this. I'm gonna actually put you on camera for this one.
All right.
The third card. Oh God, here we go. The third card is the Two of Cups, and if you look at the Two of Cups, there's two people making a toast. What does that look like? Marriage. I'm done.
And I'm done. No, the Two of Cups, and I know you guys are connecting, and I don't want to put your guys' shits out on the air, but okay, everyone. Have you ever had a long-distance relationship? Let me tell you right here, right meow. Those shits or bitches or whatever you want to call it, that's hard. I did that before when I was a single mother, had a little kid all by myself, and I was dating the psycho fisherman,
Exactly.
and I used to email him, and what?
I think that she can hear you.
What'd
Yeah,
you say,
but
Chris?
see, and then you
What'd
know
you
what's
say?
crazy? Okay, get this. I'm gonna show you one other
Okay,
card.
so
Okay.
I was gonna finish my story. Like, I used to message him all the time and support him and everything, and then he came back and he would just like fucking slash and abuse me. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck, dude? I'm supporting you the whole time when you're out on the seas, and you could die at any minute, and then you come back and you're like, yeah, no, just put me down for fucking everything. He was from Lost Causes, aka Lost Cruises. That was not good. But okay, continue, Chris. I just had to finish my part of the story.
So the Ace of Cups popped up, and with that, that's
More
telling me that
emotions.
we are gonna get blessings. Yeah, more. Yeah, that's right. More emotions. But not only that, we will get blessings in the universe. And I don't know why I keep seeing this. And this is just so insane. I don't know how it went to where she's at, and I've never done this before. This is so weird. I don't know if this is a past life or what. But you know
I
how
know,
like there's
right?
a
Because
stream
you
of
have that feeling, but then it's like a funky feeling where it kind of makes you
yeah,
uncomfortable. Like you're crawling out of your
okay.
skin because that's how uncomfortable it is. But I think that is, I hate it because I'm feeling it right now. A past life exposure, like where it's coming out and you're just like, this is not my normal skin. But
Yeah,
I
this is
don't
not
know.
what I normally do, but you know what I keep seeing, and I don't even know if this is
Ew.
untraditional or maybe it's a God thing that I'm feeling.
It's creeping
This is
out.
when you, this is, I'm gonna explain this, that when you really get, can't even talk, when you really get baptized, usually
Mm-hmm.
people that are Christian, they
Yes.
usually go near the water and they get baptized.
You have to be
Okay?
totally submerged.
So what if I'm seeing a past life like where there's a bunch of people that are going to the wedding? I'm seeing a lot of people wear white. There's a priest in the middle,
Holy shit.
and we're gonna see there's gonna be like a stream of water, or it's actually spring water. It's going down. Okay, the priest is gonna say, "Bow your heads," and put the spring water over our bodies. Okay, then this is not a normal wedding. Just let me tell you from what I'm
Ooh.
seeing. It's
Did
kind
anybody
of
start
like
convulsing and having a adverse reaction to that, or was this like totally spiritually okay? Because that'd be awesome.
I think, I mean, that would be something totally different because most weddings do not have anything to do with water. So I'm gonna ask
No,
you something,
and
Tess.
that what you're saying
Why?
right now is totally different, but I could see you doing that. Because that's a total like, okay, we do our vows, we do this, we do that, blah blah blah. But what you're saying, that's a totally different transverse from that union to an ultra united union where you're cleansing yourself at the point of being married. And what happens after this? Ooh. That's pretty hardcore. Cleansing waters, being married that way. I like that idea. I think that's
That
awesome.
is weird.
Yeah, it
You've
is
never
weird because
talked.
I've never seen it, but I can just see it.
Yeah, that is weird. That is very weird. You know what? We need to ask people in the chat. Is there anybody that has ever witnessed a wedding near water?
Ooh.
Ask anybody in chat and see what the response is, because I don't know if that's common, if that's even a Christian belief, but there is something about the water. Don't know, but what other people think?
I'm not sure, but I know that the champ had a question. Okay, the champ is here. I keep trying to go back and forth, and I keep missing
Yeah,
it. But
one.
one of his friends is missing.
Beaches and lakeside, I have.
Ooh,
Okay, she
is
said
that
that.
my beautiful sister Sandra? Who the fuck is that?
Yeah, she said that they do that where she's from. That they do. get married. Some people get married by stream, but the water flow.
Well, I think
So.
that the chat might have got rid of his question, so I don't know. But yeah, so was that Sandra that said that? Did she have a certain question?
No, that wasn't Sandra. That was not Sandra.
That was crazy because they sound alike. I was like, that's totally Sandra right now. And you're like, nope, that ain't Sandra. Okay, so that's Sandra's twin, a voice twin or something. I don't know. So have you had any like weird visions recently? I've been having really weird dreams and experiences with dead people, etc. And they've all been really good, very positive. I kind of like it. But have you experienced anything like that recently?
Yeah, I have. I mean, I've had some different visions.
So, what have you seen? Because maybe some of us are
Kind of
having the same visions. So it'd be cool if you told your story and then we're like, oh shit, I totally saw that. Or, no, I missed that. I missed that episode.
No, but I've had a lot of weird visions though, so that kind of like just kind of hits home. I've had some visions of my cousin. I didn't know she was pregnant, but I found on Facebook that she is pregnant. So I've had a lot of strange visions lately, very strange. And I've astral been a lot of astral projecting, and I have been. Yeah, yeah. hmm I got that right. Nah, but she just told me, yes, that there is weddings that they do weddings near the water, so that is valid. That is valid. I did not know that, but I learned something. So, so if you can travel, you're invited.
Wait a minute. All right, so on this note, we're going to go to our second music break. We got Griff with Freedom. Yes, I know we ended that break with that, but I was still trying to find my friend, Psychic Chris Garcia, aka my little big brother. I don't even know where I'd be right now without him, but we're going to do Griff with Freedom, and then Roy Washington, Subliminal, Tamara Bubble Pringles, Rick Casey with Mr. Cellphone Man, and Griff again with Best Life. You guys don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this music break.
truth. Got big houses, nice cars, that's real cute, but it doesn't mean nothing, you ain't free to choose. When I say free to choose, no alarm clock, don't gotta hit the snooze. The world is backwards, I'm so confused. They say freedom of speech, but when you speak your mind, they blow a fuse. Just being honest, common sense and common, it's kind of ironic. My freedom, I recently bought it, now I'm a target. If I do the wrong thing or say the wrong thing, come on man, let freedom ring. United States become divided states. The world is filled with all kinds of shades, and still resegregate. Parents separate from the children, that's not okay. We should be free to laugh and play. Do it now before you pass away. Fight for what's right, enough for everybody to get a piece of the pie. Brainwash, social media full of lies. Go to work, pay bills, then you die. Need a breakaway, guns, get rid of the AKs. Our ancestors paved way since the slave days, but we still hurting. Carry that burden. Stop playing victim, beat the system. Love is love, it should be shown. Can't grow unless you leave your comfort zone. This I know, I learned all this from the mentorship. Kids don't know what independent is. Take advantage what your parents did. Go against the grid, you have to. Like going to the bathroom, learn the right songs. Cause of Matthew, liberty like statue. They call now the present, cause it's a gift. It should be cherished, last name fearless, not Harris. All thanks to my parents' parents. Now, love the last name every time that I hear it, cause I know what it represents. Climb the fence, so now I got freedom. Such a beautiful thing. Freedom. Such a wonderful thing. Freedom. Such a beautiful thing. Freedom. Such a wonderful thing.
See you, Roy Washington, man. What's happening, man?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. They never say it in words, but in deeds wars declared. Justice is gone and the sight's none is spared. Especially the kingdom encased in melanin. But these suckers are weak, kings and queens will ride again. Come on. Slackers with badges, the white sheets and the maggots. Watch them fall as I tag them because I'm better than average. A sharpshooter with words with my eye to the scope. Can they escape when I've donned the black cape? Is hell no. I'm a ninja for right, who can vanish from sight. Pick you off in the night, but still the Lord is my light. Perceiving all you see, the truth behind the scenes instead of jumping bandwagons. The light says believe in me, cause you're a puppet, no doubt. 45th turned you out, though I saw your lips moving, no sound came out. So I was sent from the heavenlies, born so you could find me. Swam the scene and stream, took flight during the 90s. Landed in grace, wrote a verse of hip-hop. Got with Jay and found the taste was smooth as butterscotch. We had hood love and money problems, they be on me, but we stayed in the flow. It had juice like Manolo.
They can try to oppress, you can try to impress. Conscious after success, none less. You can look in my eyes, you can feel in my vibes. Clean down inside and it's so sentimental. I got God on my side, I ain't worried about none. If it ain't about money, then it ain't about none. Laughing at my enemies, I know they see me coming. If it I'm here to raise the consciousness for every face and race up in this nation trapped in poverty. Diamond in the rough, need to cut, shape it, and polish it. Bad thoughts cripple life, we can be an optimist. We can be an optimist, reconstruct apocalypse. Broke people always hating, mix me with that gossiping. Rose up in the concrete, rain and sun, I'm blossoming. My people need to be like kind of Velcro, then we conquer it. They can try to oppress, you can try to impress. I'm just after success, none less. You can look in my eyes, you can feel in my vibes. King on the side and it's so subliminal. I got God on my side, I ain't worried about none. If it ain't about money, then it ain't about none. Laughing at my enemies, I know they see me coming. If it ain't subliminal, they can't even see me coming.
The 45th is a joke, and he's weak in disgust. He plans to divide, but there's no stopping us. If we have to fight, go toe-to-toe for our lives, we prevail and got sight, cause only light I recite. I blow my lyrics like a shotgun, camouflaged inside the tracks. Now watch the suckers run. Not moving fast enough, heads up, now here I come. I designed 50 ways to make this murder fun. I spit the lyrical rain that coat the concrete, that give life and take form. Arise and walk the street. Am I the greatest to spit? Feel the spray and we'll see. Let it dry, all the lies and the truth will point to me. Even when surrounded by a million MCs, I'm the one under the sun who's the greatest of these. I got the Holy Ghost juking and tapping while I'm rapping. Sticking and moving like Roy Jones, I'll make it happen. Even animals move when the novelist is rocking. My doggy started barking, his ears just a flopping. Subliminally, I penetrate camps like an enemy. Flicking the lights, cancel sight, cause you're not seeing me.
They can try to oppress, you can try to impress. I'm just after success, none less. You can look in my eyes, you can feel in my vibes. Live a king down inside. And it's so subliminal. I got God on my side, I ain't worried about none. If it ain't about money, then it ain't about none. Laughing at my enemies, I know they see me coming. If it ain't subliminal, they can't even see me coming.
We been poppin' like
Pringles in the can, all the money really got me dancing. Pringles in the whip, I be stacking them chips like Pringles in the can, all the money really got me dancing. Big baby money grip, I be stacking them chips. Pringles in the can, all the money really got me dancing. Pringles in the whip, I be stacking them chips like Pringles in the can, all the money really got me dancing. Big baby money grip, I be stacking them. I ain't never been afraid of a strange beat. New track from the crates, but the same me. Lights on, bills paid, bring the same heat. Couldn't picture me spend the same unless you bring me. Low key, humble brag, never change me. New money coming in, the bank's changing. The quarters to dollars to checks every hour. That money come in when I sleep or I shower. That's motivation, that dedication. I can see my dreams, I'm already chasing. That bezel clean, watch me embrace it. I'm a single girl that already taken like a stick-up kid. They already shaking. No Harlem, Brooklyn, being known for break-ins. Bubble on deck, being known for caking. Stacking and saving that move up out the hood money. This that, we been eating good money. This that, really wish you would, homie. This that, see you laughing but broken funny. So get up out the hood, homie. Ain't no rentals over here, dummy. And no, they don't really think that we own it. We been poppin', look on. Love the money, but the money live a long time it on. Yeah, them bills, so got the money with my own girl. That move up out the hood money. This that, we been eating good money. This that, really wish you would, homie. We been poppin' like Pringles in the can, all the money really got me dancing. Pringles in the whip, I be stacking them chips like Pringles in the can, all the money really got me dancing. Big baby money grip, I be stacking them chips. Pringles in the can, all the money really got me dancing. Pringles in the whip, I be stacking them chips like Pringles in the can, all the money really got me dancing. Big baby money grip, I be stacking them. I ain't never been afraid of investing. I'm talking more than dice games and I'm scratch offs. Lottery jackpots and hundreds of millions. So who you think they making money on the backs of? Ain't no gambling today. Ain't no gambling with my money. Said I built up, got my money strong, yeah, my money long, it's my money zone. Not one business, but no business. Natural growth, I mean no business. New growth like my natural hair. Yeah, I'm 10 toes down in the show business. Like back up off, man, ain't no move around dope business. Bring the track up with the tracks out in the booth way. Steady running your mind, talking this and that. But it's that, move up out the hood money. This that, we been eating good money. This that, really wish you would, homie. This that, see you laughing but broken funny. So get up out the hood, homie. Ain't no rentals over here, dummy. And no, they don't really think that we own it. We been poppin', look on. wish you would, homie. Cause we been poppin' like Pringles in the can. All the money really got me dancing. Pringles in the whip. I be stacking them chips like Pringles in the can. All the money really got me dancing. Big bank, baby, money grip. I be stacking them chips. Text her, put it to your plane, she's the one to get next to. It's not just the way it's all day with affection. I'm hoping this detection is poor reception. Straight to the machine, mean it's like clicking my car, get connected quick. I'm saying, and it's the cellular phone man. I see there's something wrong with my line. I try to dial my baby's number, but get click every time. And it's the cellular phone man. I see there's something wrong with my line. I try to dial my baby's number, but get click every time. Why she ain't picking up, yo? I see the phone rings quite a few times before any answer. And I know she's home, well at least till 3. And I know she's home. No, I don't mean to be any bother operator, but could you just check and connect this call for me? Cause I know she's home. Now see, the first time I call, I'm like, maybe she working. And the second time I call, I'm like, little bit hurting. But the third time I call, I'm like, going berserk. And now half a day gone, can't get her on the horn. Usually in the morning, maybe it's something wrong. I mean, she wouldn't take this long to call back. See, we tight like that, she's supposed to be mine. So could you please try it one more time? Hey, Mr. Cellular Phone Man, I see there's something wrong with my line. I try to dial my baby's number, but get click every time. Mr. Cellular Phone Man, I see something wrong with my line. I try to dial my baby's number, but get click every time. Why she ain't picking up, yo? For some reason, it's like she ain't home. Just wanna get my baby on the phone. Now I know that she's there all alone. So can you please hook up my cellular phone? It's the cellular phone man. I see there's something wrong with my line. I try to dial my baby's number, but get click every time. Mr. Cellular Phone Man, I see something wrong with my line. I try to dial my baby's number, but get click every time. Mr. Cellular Phone Man, I see there's something wrong with my line. I try to dial my baby's number, but get click every time. Mr. Cellular Phone Man, I see something wrong with my line. I try to dial my baby's number, but get click every time. Why she ain't picking up, yo? Why she ain't picking up, yo?
I'm gonna live my best life. Don't care if my head ain't right. I'm gonna live my best life. Don't care if my head ain't right. I'm gonna live my best life. Don't care if my head ain't right. Do you and live your best life. Don't care if my head ain't right. Where you from? Who you with? Are you unplugged? Are you equipped? I do my thing, stay legit. In this world, no one's innocent. VIP, get bottles. One snap of my fingertips. See these haters like blah blah blah, blah 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 blah, talking gibberish. I'm gonna live my best life. Don't care if my head ain't right. I'm gonna live my best life. Don't care if my head ain't right. I'm gonna live my best life. Don't care if my head ain't right. Do you and live your best life. Don't care if my head ain't right. Rolling and rolling and rolling SUV. Rolling and rolling and rolling with my homies. Rolling and rolling and rolling SUV. Rolling and rolling and rolling with my homies. I'm going to live my best life. Don't care if my head ain't right. I'm going to live my best life. Do you live your best life? Do you live your best life? Do you live your best life? I'm going to live my best life. Don't care if my head ain't right. I'm going to live my best life. Do you live your best life? Do you live your best life? Do you live your best life? I'm gonna live my best life. Don't care if my head ain't right. I'm gonna live my best life. Don't care if my head ain't right. I'm gonna live my best life. Don't care if my head ain't right. Do you and live your best life. Don't care if my head ain't right.
Welcome back, and thank you so much for joining us this evening on We Are Paradox Media's Late Night in the Rockies. This evening, we have Psychic Chris Garcia, and we also have Mr. Travis Williams Mustis. Welcome back, guys, and thank you so much for hanging out tonight.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, and we also have the Hellhounds in the house. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but yeah, it's nice. Very comforting. Just kidding. So me and Chris have been talking for a while. Travis, I'm glad you called in and joined. What's going on? Did you need a reading, or do you want to see what Chris has to say for you as far as different things you're going through?
Yeah, I just figured I'd call in. I seen the free psychic readings, and
I'm intrigued to see like what he says about you.
No, but that was the card for you, Jess. Hopefully that resonates with you. But I know you're gonna get through it. Whatever the card said, you're gonna get past to it.
Okay, so I thought you said that was for me. So that was actually for
no, that
Travis?
was for you. No, that was for you.
Oh, okay. Okay, so for Travis, Travis is now asking, he's been, oh my gosh, he's been so submerged in his social ranking and everything going on within his environment. It's been pretty intriguing. I love all the stuff I'm seeing. It's pretty awesome. But yeah, he was asking for a reading on, what was it, Travis?
So the first card is that I got for Travis Taps, and they're saying that they're taking notes and they're keeping an eye on you on all your details. So I would say keep your receipts, because someone is kind of just asking you where you're doing this, are you doing that. So it's kind of like they're in their, I guess, so what in your business. The second card I got was the word fake. It says someone that isn't themselves trying to gain friends, popularity. It's telling me that there's people that might seem nice around you, but they are talking shit behind your back in order to make themselves feel better. So I feel that you need to keep an eye on who you talk to and who you confide in, because you think the ones that you are your friends are not, and the ones that you pushed away are the ones that are really there for you. But the ones that you thought were your friends, I'm being told that you're being misguided by ego. So you need to get rid
They're
of that
just like
ego.
pulling them along. Like,
Yeah, pulling them along for the ride.
That's
So
fucked up
that's what I
because
see with that.
Travis is fucking awesome, and I don't know, don't go into the cliques, like go into the different venues that you know are to be true as far as acting and
Yeah.
such, because I know you've put a lot of energy into that, and you are a super, super awesome actor, and you can lay there in the dead and be half frozen and shit, you know. I've seen you play different characters. So yeah, just go
Yeah.
along the different lines. Don't go through these. Okay, just like this thing I just went through. The Face of Horror. Next time, okay, I just found it 2 days before. I started off in first place, went back to whatever place, but now I'm in 7th place. So anybody, if you could vote for me right now to save my ass, because we have less than 24 hours, but no, dude. You guys are actually you're talking the talk, you're walking the walk, you're building these different houses, you're doing so many different things for spiritual everything. Like, it's been amazing.
And I think that's what I see for you, Travis, is that you're surrounded by a lot of bad crowds. So I do feel that you need to reevaluate and reconsider who you're talking to.
He's such a good
You
guy.
start looking you need to start looking in from within, because the people that you think are your friends are the ones that are bad for you. So you need to start looking at your circle. Okay?
All right. That makes sense.
And hopefully that makes a lot of sense to you. But there is going to be a cycle that you're gonna realize who they are, and that they're just not there for you. So just hopefully that makes a lot of sense.
Well, yeah, and I think he's like gung ho. He's ready to go. Like, he is so inspired. He is so uplifted. If anybody else should be a part in this fucking movie, it should be Travis, because he's got all that stuff going on. There's other people that are like willy nilly and doing whatever off the cuff of the band or whatnot, but he is full fledged into it. So I don't know. I think you're gonna go a long ways, and the movies like The Last of the Mohicans and all these other movies. I think you're the next kind of realm of that, because I see you doing what you're doing. You're doing everything to bring up the whole colony and building houses and doing all this other shit. You're in it full fledged, and you have that whole precipice or spirit or whatever about you to do that. I don't know. I see you doing big things. That's all I can say. I can't tell you what it is, but I see you doing big things.
I think you'll find out what it is once he starts clearing the circle.
Mm-hmm.
Then you're gonna know what you're meant to do, because you're gonna be having people that are gonna inspire you. That you need to. They're gonna guide you. Because the ones that are around you are not guiding you. They're misleading you. So hopefully that makes a lot of sense, and just reevaluate yourself
What
and
do you
just ground
think,
yourself.
Travis? Have you noticed anything going on, or you have a intuition about something, or?
Oh yeah, I can definitely tell. I can definitely see through these. I get what you mean though. That's why I'm like, this makes perfect sense to me. So,
That's
but
badass.
I
I'm
just
so
figured I'd call in and see
excited.
what was being said, and that's a very good what I mean, like a good little heads up in the sense of just keeping a keener eye on things, and really seeing where the people's energy is going. So that's
Yeah, it's
really
like,
good.
be
Really
aware
good.
of your surroundings and don't listen to all the shenanigans that people are saying. Like, do your own thing, what you know is to be true, and they will see you and they'll be like, this guy is a perfect individual for this and this and that and that. I don't know, I just see you being pulled out of the flock or whatnot, you know what I mean? What the fuck? No, it's gonna be
Yeah.
awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
Hopefully that makes a lot of sense, and it was nice talking to you.
So,
Yeah.
well, let's move on from
Yeah,
that. Clairvoyant is in the house. Do you know who Clairvoyant is?
yeah, I know who that is.
Little
I
yellow
know who
chair.
that
What does that mean? It's like, I'm kind of sad, but I'm kind of happy. No, that's a thumbs up. Never mind.
is. Yeah. So, hopefully makes a lot of sense. And I mean, there's been a lot of things going on. A lot of people are going to through changes, and a lot of them have to adapt. And some of us are not adapting very well with changes.
Mm-hmm.
It's
So
been
I mean,
pretty difficult.
Mm-hmm. I can tell you this year has been very interesting to say the least for me.
For me, I just like,
So,
you know, those wrinkles I've been getting in my forehead. Like, I keep raising my eyebrows. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Seriously,
yeah,
I
so-
was there, you were there, and you're saying this happened, I'm saying this happened. Like, never mind. But it's hurting my head because, like, I have that comments on my forehead. Like, my eyebrows are raised. I'm ready to. What the
no,
fuck just happened?
I think a lot of people, with now, some people are trying to find themselves, and others are just not allowing it.
Well, for me, it was
You
like
know.
sharing my flyer for the Face of Horror contest. And I'm like, if you vote within this next 2 days, you're in for a free ghost hunt. We have one on the full moon. We also have one on Halloween for paid ones. But the full moon is my favorite because all the energy going on.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just pouring my ass out. I'm just like working the corner. That's what I'm doing. No, I'm just trying to share this with everybody. I'm like, we have an SLS camera, we have a flare camera, we have RAM pods, we have this and this and that and that. Ghost boxes, ghost portals, all kinds of fucking shit. It's fucking amazing. You would not even believe once you come out here and do this how fun it is. But I don't know, people are just like so leery about, oh, would you like a flyer? They're like, oh, fuck that. I don't want a fucking flyer. Like, it's a free ghost hunt. It's not tonight, it's in the future. In the future. But you do have to vote within the next couple days at faceofhorror.org/2022/Tessa-Thomas-Peterson.
Vote now.
Vote
all right.
now.
Well, thank you so much for allowing me to call in and have this time with you guys. Hope you all have a wonderful night. I'll be going now, and thank you.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. I was wondering, have you had any more sightings?
Oh, sightings of UFOs and stuff?
Yes.
Recently, as of recently, I've been looking out there, and I've only been noticing a lot of like shooting stars, just regular air traffic. But no, I'm keeping the key. Like I'm watching the skies still. So, but like I said, it's been getting colder outside at night here. So it's been like kind of like a task and a half at sometimes. But other than that, though, I get out there when I can, and so.
I've seen you do it. Like I said, you're there with the tribe, you're building houses, you're doing certain things, you're putting certain energies in, you're documenting certain things, and I don't know, to me it's very intriguing.
Oh yes, but there's always activity. My suggestion is people, if you're looking to find the UFOs or see the UFOs, is just find a nice area without any lighting around. You can see the whole sky, the stars lighting up. Keep a watch for a few hours, an open heart, and you'll eventually see something or spot something out there. So that's the best I can give for advice on that.
Yeah, it's been amazing for me with my kids. Like my daughter, she's like, "Mom, look, there's a UFO," and I'm like, "What the fuck?" It was not just one, but then a secondary one following right behind it. I'm like, "Shit!" And then the secondary one blinked out because it's like, "Oh, there's a ship about to come," and then the other one just kept floating on like at this very slow rate of speed. And all of a sudden, this it's like a military jet shows up and flies around it. And to me, it's like basically a quarter of a size of what this fucking thing is. So it's like flying past, like, pew, 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 I'm gonna fuck you up. As soon as that thing appeared, they disappeared. And then about, I think it was like 5 or so minutes later, it reappeared. And then it was back, heading towards the airport. I think they want us to see it. I think there's a reason because I don't know about you guys, but I've never really trusted my government. The only reason I joined the military was to get out of an abusive relationship, but I don't know. I think they're fucking us in the cornhole, like in our heads, and making us think certain things when in fact these things are actually happening as far as UFO sightings, etc. They are here for a reason, and I don't think they came. Okay, maybe originally they came from outer space, but they're actually coming from this planet. What? What do you guys think? USOs,
Yeah,
UFOs?
definitely interdimensionally, or
Yeah.
across space-time. But definitely out there. The sky people have always been around for thousands of years. It just seems of the last couple hundred that we've forgotten that connection to the star nation, you know? So I think it's
Yeah.
also a reminder for us to remind ourselves of those ancient past connections and relive the idea of harmonization with the earth and the cosmos. You know what I mean?
And that takes me to like
it's
the
our time to.
Cocopellis. Have you seen those guys? It's like these different figures that they built about like different alien beings that showed themselves to these different tribes. I totally, wholeheartedly believe that Cocopellis do exist. And these are different space creatures. Okay, I say Cocopellis. What is the name for it? Oh. Cocopelli is the one for fertilization. Kachina dolls.
Chinas, yes.
Yeah. I think those are fucking alien people that have shown themselves. So Cocopelli is one of them. He is the god of fertility. But there's one with, like, he has a hawk face and feathers off his head. There's, like, so many different figures that are there. If I was rich enough, I would collect all. But I can't. I just love to look at them every time I go out. And I don't know about you, but every time I go out and see them, they seem like they're less and less and less and as pretty as they used to be. Like they used to be like very flared out, very beautiful, and now they're like as little amount of money that it takes to build these, we're gonna make it. It's not cool. I don't know. For me, it's like we need to see them in their original stature. And the very first ones I saw in like '97 or whatever, full-fledged hawk, feathers around the face, Cocopelli doing his little humpy dance, all kinds of different Kachina dolls going on. What do you have in your tribe as far as Kachina dolls? Do you have about the same thing, or what's going on there?
Oh, we have star lodges, and then like it will make like kind of like offering like almost like breastplates, like kind of like the bone like style armor, but instead we'll paint symbols on them, or we'll paint like I should say like pictures on them to like to offer to the spirit realm and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll leave like food offerings and different little like we have like an array of different ways of like ceremonially celebrating the Star Nation. The Star Lodge is one of the best ones, though, to give an example of that. And like a lot of these things will be represented on either a teepee or drum paintings or hide paintings and stuff like that, or even mask carvings. I've seen mask carvings as well. But yeah, like I said, the Star Lodge it's like a fast people, like our young people, or I should say adults would go on. And it's like a 4 days, 4 nights without food or water. You're staring up at the sky, and the sky is like at nighttime, the stars bring the messages, right? The orbs come down from the sky.
See, okay, so I don't know about you, but the Venmo, you go there and you can make your own videos. Vimeo, I think it's called. And I saw one that was called Hot Mama. And so there's this mother and this daughter, and the mother's telling the daughter, hey, perhaps you should keep your cell phone in the locker. And she's like, why? And she's like, well, because we don't need any distractions. Like, this is a cleansing process, blah, blah, blah. Well, then, when her and her daughter get in a fight, and she decides to leave, the handle to the whole thing breaks off, and they can't get out. And she's like, had you allowed me to have my cell phone, I could have called somebody. But she couldn't. And so they ended up dying, but I know sweat lodges, and this is not as hardcore, I don't think, as other sweat lodges, but they're sitting there, they're getting hot, and I think it's the whole stress of the situation and trying to break out and stuff that killed them more quickly than if you're sitting there and you're focusing on some sort of ideal or going on a spirit process that keeps you alive instead of like, oh, I've gone through 2 days of this and I'm gonna fucking die. Like, you can actually go through at least 2, 3, 4, or however many days of this whole sweat lodge process. Have you done one of those?
Yeah, we do have sweat lodges out here. Like I said, they're probably done a little bit differently. Like the teachings like changed across Turtle Island, but our people, like my tribe, we do practice sweat lodges, and yeah, like you know, we'll go up to 94 hot rocks or 84. You know what I mean? Like, it gets up there pretty high. But like I said, this is all natural, right? It's all natural elements, because that's what you're being brought back into, right? You're being brought back into the womb of Mother Earth in that ceremony. You're reconnecting, and with that energy, with that life force, and with all the elements. It's all there: earth, the water, and the air, and the fire, right? So, but like I said, in this place of reconnection, there are many healings and a lot of spirits that visit in these lodges. You know, everything from animal spirits to our own human spirits to even greater elemental spirits. Yeah. And then recently, like when I was in one, like I said, we had one where we were praying to the Star Nation, and this pink orb came in, and it was just flying around and healing everybody. Well, different people in the sweat lodge and whatnot, right? And
that's
it was
crazy,
it was really good.
Because my mentor, she's like, I'm looking for a green orb. All I saw was a fire, red, and orange orb, and so I was just like, man.
Yeah, those are healing colors. Yep.
So the green one and the, like, what is it called? Not magenta, but what is the other color you were talking about?
What, Magneta?
Magneta. So green and Magneta. So those are healing forces.
Well, yeah, there's many colors, but like the main colors would be red, blue, yellow, red, blue, white, and green.
Yeah, and she was looking for a green
like
one.
I said,
She's like, I keep seeing these like flame colored ones, blah blah blah. Like, this is not the one to come for me for healing. And I'm just like, I don't know, it's so hardcore. Like the last 2 Fridays I went out to hand out flyers. I kept seeing my mentor who died from cancer, her son Jesse. I just kept giving him hugs because he's still living there in the house where she fucking died. It's fucking hardcore. And he's like, can you believe I'm still living here? Well, I didn't know he was living there. I knew his brother Mason was living there. I didn't know he was until I went to do laundry at the laundromat, and I was like, holy shit, is that Mason and Jesse? Like, what the hell? But yeah, he's trying to get through and trying to heal and trying to do this. And I think, like, being just in that house, there's so much energy left behind, especially because I did see her she had this silver and white and very fluorescent aura around her. And she had her hair back. She had the most beautiful dress on. It was not the outfit she picked out. She was fucking gorgeous, amazing. It was the most amazing thing I ever saw. And my kids saw it too. Like Nova, she's like, Mom, can I sleep in here? Because Kathy just won't leave me alone. Just won't leave me alone. I'm like, it's so good. Come on in. She was just like, she was so, like I said, she was wearing this most beautiful fluorescent white dress. Her hair was long again. It was kind of tied back in braids, and she had this fucking aura, just like one of those Catholic candles. It was amazing.
Oh yeah, that's the light in all of us that we all carry, that aura.
Hers was so brilliant, and that was the thing I was talking about earlier. Like, some people come back in a couple weeks, a couple months, a couple years, whatever. Depends on what they're working through. And she came back within a couple hours. That's how attached she was to, or how in function she was with all this stuff. I know, it really blew me away.
Yeah, there's a bunch of stories I've heard. Speaking of Sweat Lodge, one of the stories I heard too is about passing. Like when someone passes on the spirit world, is usually in our belief we'll meet an elder and we'll present them tobacco, and then the elder will lead us through the spirit realm. But if somebody doesn't have tobacco for that elder, then they have to go through the trials to get to the other side. And usually it's like encountering a river with a giant snake in it that we have to usually battle with a bow and arrow or some sort of spear or lance, kind of style weapon. But to get to the other side, right? But it's very interesting stuff. But if somebody in Native world too, if somebody did a real condemning act, sorry to cut you off, but if somebody did a real heinous act and they were dead and they went on to the afterlife, two elders would meet them and they'd be they'd be judged by trial by this elder, and then two other warriors would hold them down over a stump, and then that elder would smash their head with a giant it's like a big stone club, and their spirit literally gets smashed into nothingness.
So do you think that has anything to do with the serpentine mounds and shit like that? There's different things that don't actually make sense, but once you tap into it, it does.
Yeah. There's a whole story about how the serpent can open a portal or a warp tunnel through the sky, and people can actually walk through it and travel to another universe.
Right? What do you think, Chris?
I think that's crazy what he was talking about. I feel
it is, but it's there, and you could feel the energy off of it. Have you ever been to the serpentine mounds, Chris?
No, I have not.
Me neither, but...
No, I have not. No, I have not.
That's a part of my bucket list. I'm going to go there. I'm going to experience that.
You know what was crazy? Listen to this. When y'all were talking, I was multiple tasking. So I was doing the spirit box thing, and I muted y'all. So y'all wouldn't hear me because I didn't want to interrupt y'all. And there was a bunch of shit coming out. I was like, oh my God, I better turn this thing off. Oh, shit. That's crazy. But I heard y'all, but when y'all were talking about the mountains, I was like, let's see if
the nonsense.
Yeah, and it did say mountains too. The spirit box did say stuff when y'all were talking about, but y'all just didn't hear it because I didn't want to interrupt y'all. But yeah, the spirit box did. That's crazy.
I think so too. Because I don't think it's nonsense at all. There's so many different things in this aspect of life that we have to take note of. It might seem like nonsense to you, but in reality, there is some sense to it. There's something happening right now.
Definitely larger forces at work that are in the right form for the universe, and I like that. But yeah, thank you so much for having me on the show and letting me call in and talk and having this time to share some words and stories and stuff I didn't expect to, but it's always a pleasure, Tessa, and take care, Chris. You guys have yourselves a lovely evening, and maybe I'll catch you on the after party or something.
Right. Night, live and light, Travis.
Yes. All the listeners out there, take care as well. Stay safe. Bye now.
Indeed. Bye-bye. I don't know. It really is a crazy place out there. And like I was talking about earlier, like all these different people that are taken that are so pure and so vibrant and so everything, like everything you would expect to be. And these people you don't ever see dying.
Because she's coming to pick the car up.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Johnny, are you on that?
Yeah, she's on the other phone because she's driving to go see her mom. No, but that shit
good
is
job.
weird because but it's just so weird because I mean, I don't know, Tess. I mean, that is weird when y'all were talking about the mountains. That is like I've never been there. So I don't know. That's insane when you hear that shit. And
There's
you're
so
just
many
like,
crazy
huh?
things happening as far as hurricane, this and this and that and that. Like, so many people are displaced right now. And they're like, oh, I'm going to go here, I'm going to go there. Like, there's different places I'm going to go. Where the fuck are you going to go? Are you really going to go there? A lot of these people are just like, oh, I've been through this before, so I'm just going to wait it out. And then they're discovered on the roofs of their houses or wherever the fuck they are. I don't know, it's pretty hard. I don't want to be there, and at the same time, it's like they keep moving back to the same area. Why? Well, this is the peninsula of the whole United States of America. I could see it being okay. If you decide to rediscover the very central part of that area, you could live a lot longer, but on the outskirts, on the west and east, not a good place to be.
Yeah, I think a lot of us, it's funny that you say that because the population, it's like people are dropping like fast, and
what makes me sad is everybody's like, oh, we're just going to sit here on top of our house, or we're going to sit here in the attic, and we're going to wait for these people to come save us. And then there's no people coming to save them. And that's where the numbers start mounting up more and more and more.
When that rain, when it really rained up there, and I think it was Missouri, a lot of people died because they told them to evacuate, and they didn't do it, so that a lot of them drowned because the water was already flooding their house. So there was a lot of people that died up there with all that rain. And I thought, man, look at all this rain. It's flooding the houses. It flooded the streets.
Yeah, we went through a drought. Now we're going through floods. What the fuck?
Yeah, exactly. And that, to me, that's not normal weather for it to be raining in one area where there hasn't been that much rain. And for it to get flooded like that, I would expect that in Louisiana. I would expect that in other places where it's flooded, but in a city like that, no, that's not normal rain.
Well, here in Colorado, we have bipolar weather, and it's like hot, cold, hot, cold. We got all this shit going on from the Antarctic, the North Pole, etc. We got these cold things coming through, and we're like, holy shit, why is it cold all of a sudden? I still have to go out and clip my weed plants. I'm like, maybe tomorrow. So it's been about like 2 or 3 days. I'm saying that. But I'm going to go out there and clip them and hang them.
You know what comes to my mind when we're talking about this? I'm not too familiar with the word, but I'm being told the word equator. What the fuck is the equator?
Okay, so around the middle of the earth where it's really, really hot. So you go from the equator up or the equator down. Once you go from the equator down or up, you get cooler weather. If you stay on the equator, you're going to melt your ass off.
Okay, so then there's something about the equator.
But I don't even know if that's a thing anymore because things have been so bipolar for everybody.
Yeah, the weather's been kind of unpredictable. Like up here, it's hot during the day, but it's getting cooler at night. And it's getting cooler faster. Because
It
usually it
is.
gets really, really cold up here, like on Halloween, and I've noticed that every year, right on Halloween, it gets, I mean, like super cold,
Right?
and I'm just like, we're not even in November. I'm like,
Honey boo boo
really?
child.
So I'm
Now we're
thinking
down
that the
here in the
weather.
four corners of America, right where Utah, Colorado, Arizona, and New Mexico meet.
Mm-hmm.
Things are going crazy, batshit crazy, and everybody's like, oh, well, can't you predict the weather? No, we can't because it's so bipolar. And a lot of shit is happening right now. It's not correct. Let's see.
Yeah, I
Clairvoyant
do the
says,
equator.
she said her son says, hold on one second.
I don't know, but I think there's something to do with the equator. I don't know why I picked that up, but there is something that's going to change in the weather. It seems like there is. I don't know why, but I keep seeing erupting. I see the word erupt, and I'm seeing the word ocean.
Dude, there's
So,
gonna be a tsunami coming up, but not
yeah.
quite yet. But Clairvoyant says, my
not.
son says there is UFOs coming soon. Everyone will know. True that, sister, because I've been seeing things, everybody's been seeing things, reporting back to me. There is shit happening out there. They're doing something. I'm not sure what it is, but they're doing something.
Mm-hmm. You know what's weird? Because I'm not good with the Atlantic Pacific. What is on the other side of California? What ocean is that?
Is that the Atlantic? Because isn't that Pacific on Pacific time? So Pacific is on the East Coast. Atlantic is on the West.
Oh, there's going to be some kind of eruption in that area. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Nick, he said this from the get-go. Where is my friend Renee? I haven't heard from her since last Sunday. She keeps dipping in and out of the fucking calendar or in and out of like different chats, so I think she's just kind of doing her own thing. I don't think she's lost to the world. I think she's still there and she'll come back eventually. What do you think, Chris?
I think she'll come back. It's just that she's in her own little thing, doing her
Yeah.
own shit. So, yeah, that's what I feel.
Yeah, and she's not even thinking about you, Nick. Like, even though you guys are best friends, I think she's like doing the stasis where she's like, oh, well, my family this or this and this and that, whatever. She's kind of in a selfish status. Not that she is a selfish individual, but she needs to take care of herself at this point, so.
Yeah.
I think she'll come back, but I think right now she's just dealing with her own shit.
I don't know why, but there's going to be a change in the shift.
Well, Chris, if anybody can look you up and get free psychic readings or get a reading or buy a sweatshirt or t-shirt or whatever, where do they go to look?
They can reach me at Chris Garcia on Facebook or reach me at 210-974-3470. Again, 210-974-3470 or email me at garcia187bluelove@gmail.com. You can also find me on TikTok too if you want a reading. So type in Psychic 28 and you just never know when it might just pop up. So, I mean, I do readings on Facebook, but TikTok is kind of like my second best thing. But, you know, lately I've been kind of just
I did a
slacking
video
on
on there and
TikTok.
I was just like, okay, how do I change like the time thing or whatever? Because I'm like, kind of like the micro machine guy. So I had to do a message really fast and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, how do you change the time on that? She's like, you just got to go over to the time change. I'm like, wow, well, I could have done a longer message and not been so rushed because I was like practicing that repeatedly. And then I'm like, oh, here we go. That's what I need.
Yeah, but yeah, I know we're supposed to have that time change coming up too. I think that's next month, right?
Oh my goodness, I'm not happy for that. But yeah, it's going to be coming up this next month.
I'm waiting.
Daylight savings time is going to be on Sunday the 6th for the U.S. and Canada.
Yeah, and the Day of los Muertos, the Day of the Dead, that's
Día de los Muertos.
The Day of the Dead is the 1st of November. That means I know where we're going to be going. We're probably going to go to the cemetery to see my grandma and my grandpa and whoever else. So, yeah.
It'd be pretty awesome.
Yep. You're telling me. But I hope y'all enjoyed the show. And Tess, you just got to tell. Oh, do we have December or November up, Tess, for November when I'm going to be on again?
We don't.
Oh.
Like, this one was kicked out because of after all the other shit that was happening. But no, we haven't. I have the whole month clear for November and December. So, what do you want to do for November?
Okay, what's after November the 12th?
19th?
Okay, let's go for the 19th then.
Roger.
Yeah, let's do the 19th. I want to at least have a show before Thanksgiving. Because after that, what the fuck? Did something just fly in front of me?
So are you writing this down on your calendar, dude? Like,
I'm fucking freaking out. This something just comes right in front of me.
yeah, because I'm like, you're going to come back later and you're going to be like, what date did we book? So I'm asking you right now, did you write that down on the 19th too? Because...
No, I'll do it. Because I think I'm not doing anything that week. Unless if something comes up, but I'll let you know. But as of what I've known, I don't have anything planned.
Well, it pretty much lines up for what we're doing. So, yeah.
Yeah, and then on top of that, Thanksgiving is the following week. So,
Thanksgiving. Who are you going to spank?
Who am I going to spank? I don't know yet.
Johnny, crazy Johnny. Isabel from hell.
I got your white meat.
Gotcha, pork. No, I actually did that the other day. I was hauling a car, and I was pulling a car on a chain, and I was coming up against a bunch of fucking turkeys, and I'm like, hey, you guys, look out. And they're just like not paying attention. So I went, and they're like, shit, run. I'm like, yeah, that's what I'm trying to fucking say. You need to get the fuck out of my way. So I'm hauling a car right now, and I don't want to run you over because I ain't ready for Thanksgiving dinner. But yeah, once I went, he's like, yeah. And he ran out of the way, and that was awesome.
Nah, but I'm looking forward to it, and hopefully by that time, well, I don't know what's going to happen. I can't say, but I'm not going to say anything because things have changed, but you never know with Spirit. It always has a way of changing things. So I'm not going to say anything. I'll just rather keep it quiet for November.
Yes, it changes. So could you give our listeners your link once more, just to make sure?
Reach me at Facebook or 210-974-3470. Again, 210-974-3470 or at Garcia187BlueLove@gmail.com.
Yeah. Well, I just want to thank you so much for being on the show tonight. It was very awesome having you here and listening to music and checking out these different links.
And
it's been super awesome.
Sorry about that technical shit with Skype.
Wasn't that crazy? But that was just perfect, exactly for break time. So don't worry about that.
That shit was weird. I was like, why did they just do that? Kick me out.
Yeah, and what was it?
I don't know.
Monty Python guy. What the fuck is his name? I'm sorry. I don't mean to be like that, but I have all the timers. And the dogs are barking, but yeah, brave Sir Robin.
But we'll keep
He
up
came
in
through
touch.
and did his thing, and it was just badass. Thank you so
Yeah,
much,
and I
Braves to
hope.
Robin, for coming in. I hope we helped them, but at the same time, it's like I tried to help him earlier, and he's like, well, really, I'm just trying to look for Chris, and I'm like, I totally fucking get that. But could you imagine if you actually did a reading through me, and then Chris gave you a reading, and to see the difference in that? I don't know. I think that could be pretty cool. But Brave Sir Robin was just like, no, I'm just here to get a hold of Chris.
Yep.
I'm like, I could give you a reading and then you could compare, but okay. I'm just gonna go with the waves, whatever you want to do. Biatch. No, but seriously, like, he's got a lot of shit going on. I'm thinking,
Yeah.
didn't you feel that too? If he does that past life regression thing, I think that's really
You
gonna help
know,
him.
yeah,
That's gonna
I
heal a
think
lot of shit.
I was thinking maybe I should get a past life reading too. I might ask around and see what I can come up with, because there's a lot of weird shit going on around me. But yeah, I think I can use one too, but it's just I gotta find the right person. But I don't just pick anyone. I usually am very picky with people who lead me, so it's kind of like I'm a scavenger hunt, so to speak.
Right. Well, on that note, I'm sorry I have to cut you off, but thank you so much for being my guest tonight. You did a really good job. I'm so glad you're here. And thank you to all of our friends on We Are Paradox Media's Facebook, Keeping All Radio, Twitter, iHeartRadio, and wherever else beyond now in the universe that you've come here tonight. Can't wait to do it again next time, where I'm pretty sure it's going to be story time with me, TessaTNT. Don't forget, we're all in this together. Together we can make the world a little better. And together, my friends, we are Paradox Media, because without you, there is no us. Until next time, night and night, live at night. Take care of my yous. If you want to come into the after party, it's 970-335-9596 or tessa.n.thomas30@gmail.com. See you back here, same time, same crazy place.
Very great. Very much.